life there just feels so just. I mean, obviously, I'm a tourist there, so I don't actually I'm not really living like proper life, like with working or whatever it is. So I'm sure it's naturally different. To some
there's
capacity.
aspects that won't be good, but generally speaking,
but like it's just like I just fall in love with like. I'm one of those like meme guys where it's like, oh, I fucking love walkable cities because I really do. Like the ability to just like get from A to B by just like walking or catching a train, then walking is like one of the best feelings.
Their train
in the world.
system is so good.
Exactly. Like it's so just convenient and it's so easy to get around and it's like that's the best part for me. It's just like, oh, you want to go somewhere? Oh, okay, Google Maps. Yep, catch this train, hop off this platform, go at this exit. Bob's your uncle. All right, you're there. Sweet, no problem. You know what the hell? Like it's just
that's so good with Google Maps. Yeah,
Google Maps is like the whole entire system just like makes life so much easier to kind of like get around in, at least get around over there with, which is like just super positive. And like I don't know, it's just fun. Like that's it. Like obviously like touristy stuff, cool, yeah, whatever. But like it's just an enjoyable experience, like irrespective. Like you just go, like, you know what I mean? Like you just go there and you just have fun. You just enjoy everything because it's just always something to do. It seems like, which I think is the best part about it. It's like when you go somewhere, there's always like a little festival or a little like people are doing. Like I remember I walked up this street one time when I was waiting for Ryoiin to get some stuff done. There was just like a fucking like wedding festival going on. So it's just like a bunch of companies that just had stalls set up for like get married with us, and he's everything. And you're just like, what the hell? Like what a random ass little thing that happens. And then like 2 streets down, there's like a strawberry festival going on. You're like, it's just there always seems to be like something additional happening, which I think is like the coolest part about it. It's like there never stops being stuff to like kind of do or like things to see and such. And I think that's my favorite part about being there. Obviously, I like we said, like if you were working there, like and you were just like your 9 to 5 life, it would naturally be different. But other than that, yeah, just a really, really good time. Good little break from life, which is always really good.
Which part of Japan did you go to?
So we started in Tokyo, and then we wrapped down to, I think it was Kyoto first, and then we ended up in. Let me just get my Google Calendar up. Where was it here? So we started in Tokyo for like 2 nights. Then we went to Kyoto for 3 nights. Went down to Hiroshima. And we went pretty further south to Fukuoka, which was really, really cool. Fukuoka was an awesome city, and then that's when we did the day trip to Kumamoto, which was like one of the coolest experiences. Kumamoto for like all the One Piece stuff was just like a incredible. Seeing the statues and like just that whole city is just a full vibe. Like it's awesome. And then we went to Osaka for a little bit. And then we ended up having like 9 days in Tokyo after that. So it kind of did a pretty big loop of the south throughout that whole time, which is really good.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, it was
and Ryoiin, that was his first time there, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so like I think he had a good time. I mean, fingers crossed, obviously, but
no, he fucking hated it.
No, I probably did for all I know. I'm probably a pest, but no, like he definitely it was definitely a good experience to go with him as well. Like I think it was just like we definitely took this like very much like this very laissez-faire kind of attitude towards things, where it was just like, you know, we have a few things we want to get done, a few things we want to do and see, but like for the most part, it's like let's just walk around a fuck ton and see like where the world takes us, and you know see what kind of like occurs and happens and such. So like that was probably like the better part of things, was just like, okay, let's just see what happens and kind of go from there. You know, like we walked a lot, dude. Like we actually walked.
Oh, I bet
we walked so much. It was I think I ended up running the calcs. It was like 472,000 steps over like 22 days. So it's just like 20k, roughly 20k a day, which is just
holy shit.
Yeah, it was like give or take 20k a day. And we were like pretty lazy as well. Like we got up at like 10, 11 o'clock, and like, but we ended our days pretty late though. So like we kind of we did a lot of walk, which was good. Like obviously it was really, really good to like walk a fuck ton. But the worst part about all of it was that on like day 2 I hurt my foot really badly. It's like the
Oh,
point where
shit.
it's like the point where I couldn't walk on it like at all. And I remember I called my sister. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? She's like, all right, here's everything you need to go buy and get it done. And it's like, go buy muscle cream, go buy an ankle brace, go buy a foot brace, go buy a band. And I'm just like, okay. So I went to like, I probably spent like $150 on just medicine on like day 2, just in Japan, buying a bunch of shit to hopefully get my foot walkable. And then I like took like, what was it, like maybe 4 or 5 days of like walking on my toe, pretty much like my toes on my left foot for like the whole time. It was cancer.
Oh,
it was
man.
so ass. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let this like ruin the vibe per se.
Right.
It's just gonna grind through it, and eventually it got much better. But yeah, like just going to the chemist and pulling up and just be like, hey, can I just buy all of this shit, please? And it's like 2 foot braces, bandages, like 6 packs of like ibuprofen. Like it's just so much shit. And you know, but yeah, we figured it out and, you know, kept going. But yeah, still, even on a bung foot, still like 20k steps a day, which was just like probably not healthy for my foot at all. But I mean, like, you know, you don't go to Japan every day, so
Correct. You
can't
gotta
waste
do what you gotta do because
Exactly right.
you won't get many opportunities.
Exactly right. So yeah, that was basically it. Just a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. I think definitely the coolest place we went to was Fukuoka. I would definitely go back there again. It was a really dope city, and obviously the Kumamoto experience was something special. You know, going and experiencing like just being in like the hometown of Oda and like seeing a few of the bronze statues that are there are so far apart. It's actually insane. Like they are, some of them are like 2-3 hours apart from each other. Like they like, it's so hard. You literally, unless like you have your own car and you start the day very early, like it's pretty much impossible to view them all in a single day. Like,
wow.
Even like, for example, the Luffy and the Chopper that we went to, they're the 2 closest ones to like the main station. Even they're about like 30-40 minutes apart of like walking. And there's like little to no subway. It's like there's like a streetcar is the only way to get between the 2 of them that makes it a little faster. Otherwise, it's like you gotta either like catch a crap ton of buses, or you've got to essentially rent a car or like hire a taxi driver for the day to take you around to all those places. Like it's a really big effort, which I get because like it's the increase tourism in Kumamoto at the end of the day. But it's a lot of effort. But we saw the Luffy and the Chopper, which was really cool. So like, you know, that's always been, and that whole city is just covered in just One Piece stuff everywhere, which is par for the course, I suppose, you know. But yeah, that was a really cool experience.
That's badass, dude.
And we went to the actual Bandai office. That was hilarious. That was a weird day. We went to the Bandai office and we kind of like pulled up, and I was expecting there to be like more stuff around, but I think we went to the actual office, not like the Bandai building or something like that, which is probably the reason why. But then we went up the stairs, which we probably shouldn't have gone up the stairs to like the foyer, and we were just like walking around, looking around. Then as we were leaving, on the TV they started playing like a Treasure Cruise ad, and I was like, oh shit,
wow.
Like hell yeah, dude, bro. They were playing an ad that had V2 Straw Hats and 6+ Onigashima Luffy and like Super Tandem Kaido.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, I was old as hell. I was like 2-3 years old, dude. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, come on, dude. But
yeah, that was like when we went to the nationals for One Piece card game, and they were showing a commercial for Treasure Cruise there, and it was like one of those old ass commercials from like years ago.
Was that the one with the people and stuff in it, like playing Treasure Cruise, or was it just like
I think so. Yeah.
that's jokes. I was like, damn, bro. Come on, this is the Bandai building. You gotta have more up to date stuff. But I mean, I don't know. They looked at us really weirdly because there's like 2 guys like walking in, and like they probably thought like, oh, we have an appointment. I was like, oh, I probably should have lied and said, yeah, I got an appointment with the Treasure Cruise development team.
with Yoshi's
with
son.
Yoshi. They're like, oh, who's that? And you're like, what's going on? But yeah, good. It was a good experience. It was a good time for sure. You know, and I guess without further ado, it's probably the best place to start, right? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 110 of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. We're back after a little bit of a hiatus. You know, we'll keep the stuff at the very start there for you guys to hear about a few of my adventures, which was really good. But we took a little bit of time off. I was away. A few things popped up for the other lads. So I think it was a good opportunity for us to have a little bit of breathing room. But we're back in full swing. Fortunately, no Knight today. He's off. He's off doing stuff. We don't know what he's doing, but he's off doing stuff. So all the best to him. But with that being said, Todd, Flame, with me today. How's everyone doing? How you guys feeling?
And Chris is hanging out in the background
Chris is
somewhere
in the
as
background too. Love that. What's been going on? Flame, catch me up on your time. What's happening?
I've been pretty good. I was on vacation the first week of March. For the most part, like I just destroyed Final Fantasy VII. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing that whole week. We'll get into that on the off app.
Yep.
But yeah, not really too much going on. Taking care of myself, being better every day. And speaking of One Piece card game, I got a box coming in on Monday.
Oh shit!
Love that.
Yeah, the new set just dropped. So hopefully we get some good stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the next episode.
I wanted to jump on. I want to jump on that. There is no product in Japan. No product.
Oh, legit?
There are no.
Really?
There's no product anywhere then.
I went to 2 Bandai Cross stores. Like there's nothing. They have like they have these really cool like automatic like table setup that have like the I guess like the play mats, like at least like how they're laid out, but they're on a digital screen. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But like I went there because like my friend is really much into it, and I was like, oh, I'll see if there's anything cool that I'll take some photos for him. No cards. You're only allowed to buy 1 item. So I bought him some deck sleeves. That's that's all you can buy. 1 item per person. There's no cards. Wow. Anywhere. We went to book offs, we went to card shops, we went to secondhand stores. Like there's no like packs. And then eventually on like the second last day we found packs, but they're like marked up the wazoo. It was like 600-700 yen per pack or something like that. It was like some insane like numbers. It's like okay. But yeah, no product anywhere. Like at all ever. That's crazy.
That's crazy to see that it's like that in Japan as well. That's
no
wild.
product.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was more like available in Japan.
We didn't. I mean, at least for I think what is it? OP.07's the one that's out in Japan right now.
Yeah, that's the latest set.
Yeah, nothing. Like that, you can see like they have singles and stuff, but like no packets, no packets at all, no booster boxes. They have like starter decks, and then like the World Championship like Ace Luffy Sabo thingy, whatever that is. Like they have a few of like those kinds of things, but no like boxes, no booster boxes, no packs, nothing. It's ridiculous. What have you been up to, Todd? What's been cracking?
Not a whole lot. I mean, Final Fantasy's been out. Both Carissa and I have been playing the shit out of it.
Love that.
I haven't fully completed the game yet. I don't know where you are, Flame, with the game.
I beat it on my vacation.
Oh, you're like fully done. Yeah, because I'm like 50, like nearly like mid 50 hours into the game, and I'm not even done yet.
All I'll say is it took. Dude, I was like fiending. It took me like almost 100 hours. Like it was 90 plus.
What?
Yeah.
I
did everything.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, that's like all side quests, all maps, all everything.
Yep.
Damn, I've been doing like everything along the way too, and I feel like I'm near the end of the game, but
yeah, it's like it's one of those things where I feel like you kind of have to, because like it's not like it's not like bullshit stuff. Like it actually like plays into the story and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Damn. Oh my god.
Yeah, Carissa's looking over at me, and she's like, because I'm a little bit further ahead than her, and the fact that I've played so much of it, and she just looked over at me and she said, "I'm so screwed." Like
so much more time to invest. Here we go.
So Carissa, what was the last point you were at? Oh, she just got to Gongaga.
Okay. Pretty good part.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, the reactor blew up in Gongaga. Yeah, so she's at that point. Yeah, Carissa's pretty deep into it, and yeah, so we got a lot of time to go. So Final Fantasy's been amazing. We'll talk more about that next week. We've been playing plenty of the One Piece card game as the new set OPO6 just dropped.
Yep.
We've been going a bunch of pre-releases, trying to get our hands on some of the product.
Yep.
And we have just about everything we need out of the set to like build the decks that we want.
Yep.
We're just missing like probably a couple of key cards, but yeah, we've been lucky. We've got a really good local scene, so we're able to get quite a few boxes at reasonable prices. So not too bad for us this time around, but it was a little scary because we weren't able to get any pre-orders in for OPO6.
Right.
So we're really concerned about like getting product, but our local scene was really good, so we were able to get some stuff. But
super positive then,
yeah,
for sure.
And wedding planning,
yeah, how exciting.
Yeah, that's it's crazy because like Carissa's doing most of the planning, and like even with her doing most of the planning, even I'm stressed about it. It's like it's just like so much. Yeah, this is like so much.
You don't
like,
you don't get stressed. I don't think I've ever seen you
Yeah.
kind of like get stressed out about anything, to be honest with me. So that's a real
it's just
one.
it's a lot because like you think like you've got everything accounted for, and then like some random thing will pop up that you need to buy. It's like, oh shit, we need to get this. Oh, we need to get that.
Yeah,
Oh, we need to get this. Yeah.
Wow.
But we'll get on it
for sure. 100%. That'd be some good stuff. Almost there. Exactly right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's time to chat treasure cruise. I suppose everyone's favorite topic. The worldwide anniversary is upon us, and oh boy, what an anniversary! What a celebration! Am I right, guys?
Yeah, that's riveting.
Yeah, so amazing. It's just a legend fest. I mean, it's what we expected, right? We've gotten quite a few legends, 2 anniversary legends, regular legend, PvP legend, kind of, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we kind of
remember. Are Tobi Roppo, are they a Kizuna legend?
They're a Kizuna legend, which baffled me entirely. They're just a raw Kizuna legend. Like they're part of the celebration, but a Kizuna legend. It's like
yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they are kind of stinker street. So like, probably better than
be real.
Probably better that they're not an anniversary legend than anything. But because there's a crap ton of legends, we kind of have made the decision to just like chat broadly about them, as opposed to do the whole read through, because we'd be here for hours and hours on end, and that doesn't sound fun for everyone. I think we'll start with the initial batch of Blackbeard and Burgess. I guess before that, what was your opinions on the whole idea of fearsome foes being the kind of theme of the celebration?
I think fearsome foes is a pretty good call. It's been a while since I've had this like totally focused on villains, so I was kind of okay with that. I wasn't that happy about the choices though. I feel the only one that everyone was kind of unanimously like excited for was Cross Guild.
Correct. Yes.
Everyone was so pumped about that. But then we had like Blackbeard.
No, Burgess
did that. Burgess was a weird call, man.
Like I get so pissed off because I'm like, I feel like Van Auger would have been so much cooler. As like I feel like Burgess is such a stinky character. I just don't. I mean, I guess I just don't like Burgess myself, right? But like, it's such an odd choice of a legend. Like, it's just such a thankfully it's a regular bachelor. Imagine if this was an Anni legend Burgess. Like, I would have lost my. I will say
that like Burgess's like special is actually kind of amazing,
based though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's these characters are really like they really did try to get pretty creative with these units though. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves here. Flame, what did you think though of the whole fearsome foes idea?
I like the concept, but kind of like how you guys said, I feel like they definitely had some odd choices. Like I know like the last Treasure Cruise episode we did, we were talking about the Boa Hancock legend, and it was kind of playing into that.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know. I just find it so stupid that they picked that Blackbeard when they also dropped the same Burgess from the fight with Law. Like I feel like they should just drop.
Good point.
They should have just dropped that Blackbeard.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Like it would have had way better art and everything.
Absolutely.
Even like if the unit is the same. Like you guys said, I would have probably took Van Auger, to be honest, over Burgess because it's Burgess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's actually a really good. I didn't actually put that together, but like you are right. Like that Burgess is from the Law fight, but the Blackbeard's from the Hancock encounter. So
yeah, like they split it. It's weird.
That's actually really. I didn't. That's really odd. Yeah.
And then obviously Guildcross was cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And I think I said it in the previous episode, but I told your ass there was not gonna be a Kobe legend.
I know. I'm so pissed, brother. Like, I feel like I know that like the whole thing was like fearsome foes, But I guess that you could argue the point that the Navy is a fearsome foe. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess so.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think that my
Oh
sentiment.
no, you know
Yeah.
what the dumbest thing is?
Yo.
Is with the with Blackbeard and Burgess and their whole breakdown of their kit. Like they all list that Kuzan can
He's there. He's meant
like,
to be
one of
there,
the
right?
characters for their abilities, and they didn't even release
There's
a
no
new Kuzan
Kuzan.
from like Driven or anything.
There's where is it? There's Sahuan Wolf's in there. Where's he at? He doesn't exist. Shiryu's in there.
We'll get a
doesn't
new
exist.
Sanfon Wolf eventually.
Shiryu doesn't exist. Where is he at? He's not there. Like it's very frustrating. I think that they like. I mean, hey Todd, we're back at Wano. Are you excited for Fearsome?
Oh yeah,
back
dude,
to Wano,
when
baby.
that was announced, I got so many messages.
Everyone's like, yeah.
"Oh, bro, we're back at Wano. Are you excited?"
And it's like, oh, I'm gonna
God
kill
damn it.
myself. I'm
Oh,
sick and tired
dude.
of this shit.
I
dude.
can't believe they could not help themselves. They had to
It
go back
just,
to Wano, didn't
like,
they?
It just grinds my gears because like there's so many characters. Like imagine if you like like that scene, the Kuzan legend, like him, like the one that what's his name, Henry Thurlow, like animated, like that them pulling up on Pudding, like that. Imagine that Kuzan like art in the game would have been nuts. You know what I mean? Like there was like I would have been down for like a fucking Hody Jones or some shit like that, right?
Dude,
Characters that we
Hody
haven't
would've been
seen.
nice.
You know what I mean? Like, but. I mean, alas, we've gotten what we've gotten. You know, it is what it is, I suppose. I guess without further ado, let's just have a conversation about the main man or one of the main men of the anniversary batch, Blackbeard. What's your vibe with this guy here?
Yeah, Blackbeard's an interesting legend. He kind of like reminds me of kind of like a nerfed version of Gear 5. Where
I feel that.
Like he has the ability to bypass defensive effects, and he's got like a really weird like build where you have to have like striker, shooter, fighter, and slasher to get the bigger attack boost.
Yeah,
and it's a pretty big jump too, going from 5x. But if you have each of those 4 classes, he becomes 5.75. That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, it's a huge jump. Yeah.
So if you're not building your team around those 4 classes, like you're actually losing so much damage because of that.
For sure.
So that's pretty brutal. But the ability to bypass defensive effects with the captain is obviously really strong.
Yeah.
His super class is very good. His
Yep.
special is good, but it's a bit of a weird one.
Funky. It's such a weird, like, it's kind of funky. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, it is. And like the whole batch having this mechanic of the enemies having to have 6 or more turns of Rainbow Shield or Threshold.
Yeah.
Like that's so weird too, because it's a bit niche. Like I get it, Blackbeard superclass gives it to the opponent, but if you're not using Blackbeard, I don't know how useful or how useful these rare recruits are going to be in the long run in other pieces of content. So we'll see.
Like the only benefit of the at least like a few of the rare recruits is cooldown. It's just like, you know, like for example, Vasco removing burn and then giving like 2 turns of cooldown is like is great. But like no, I feel that like. I was so confused with this unit like entirely. Like it's just it seems like it's a spaghetti of words of like if you have 6 turns of threshold it does this, and then if you have 5 crew members with these certain orbs you get this, and if you have certain crew members with these orbs you get this, and it's like it's cool because naturally that allows people to play more into like the team building aspect of things, that you can really kind of like finagle your way into content to some capacity. But like,
yeah, because I only like to build teams when it's like actual characters that are related to each other, you know.
Oh, sorry, of course though, yeah, and I like to get cancelled in the Genshin community too. But like, I don't know, like I echo it, but I'm not a fan of like it's just too. I guess maybe I'm dumb, but it's just it's a lot like it's a lot to kind of like comprehend for a lot of people, and I get like this, they're not making characters for like new players, and this is an anniversary legend, so it's got to have some capacity of like longevity or have something new towards it, but it's a bit convoluted unnecessarily, I feel like. But what is it, he has override, he's like an overrideable like status attack boost.
Yeah, like I get how he has like this effect where if you have like 5 or more of this slot do this, and then 5 or more of another slot do this. Like, I just wish it was like if you had 5 or more of the same slot, you get empty slots, make them like higher multiplier for 3 turns, and get the 3-turn orb boost. Like, don't give me like a 1-turn boost if they're these slots, and then a 3-turn boost if it's this. just make it easier for everyone. You know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely right.
it's kind of
Right.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
very very weird.
well, did you?
But he does have what's his effect? He's got a super tandem.
He's got a super
and
tandem.
It's a pretty standard super tandem.
Yeah,
like
so
nothing really new.
yeah, so 3 units at level 1 to level 1 and 2, which is actually pretty good. Then at level 3 it goes down to 2 units. So it's not bad,
Yeah.
but you only get the additional boosts at level 4 and 5, obviously. But it's an attack boost and it's increased the orbs. But does that stack? Like, does the orb amplification buff stack if you already have one active? I don't think
No,
so, right?
if your orb boost is already buffed, this will not like buff it again.
Yeah, so that's a bit stinky.
So it's a pretty bad suit. I wouldn't say it's bad, it's because like it's still 2.5 additional damage.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's crazy large number, but like
it's not a busted super tandem. It's just okay.
yeah, I agree. I think like it would have been cool if there was something else, like if that orb boost was like adds an additional 0.25 stacks with other buffs, like as they've done a lot of the time with chain buffs and such in the past. That would have been really good.
Also, like one thing that is good about this unit is you only need one character for his superclass to go active. Which
that is true.
A good thing.
Yeah.
Like having to build around like 2 characters for a superclass, plus he already has a restriction in his captain to get the bigger attack boost. Like that would be really rough. So that makes it a bit easier. But I mean, to use the super tandem anyway, you need 2 of the listed characters. Like if his super tandem only needed 1, would have been so much better.
Absolutely right.
I'd be busted. Yeah, it'd be so insane.
I'm reading his support now. It's actually quite good. Obviously, like it's caveated by orb converting or orb randomizing, but I mean, reducing 3 turns of increased defense is actually like a really, really good support.
That's another good thing about this Vatch in general. Like all of the supports are actually good, but they only work if you use an orb change special. But it's cool because they all attach to Kuzan. So that's really cool.
I'm waiting for that Kuzan legend to happen. You know, when's that guy coming out?
You can even attach to like V2 Kuzan.
Yeah, V2 Kuzan's still cracked. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
That's still good. V1 Kuzan, you know, use him in TM. Have you tried out his Rumble?
I used him in the latest Grand Party season. That was a weird Grand Party season.
That was a weird Grand Party. It was.
Yeah. It was so weird, but I used him on my strength team. He was okay. I am using him currently in my mono strength team in Rumble. He works fine.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like he's like V2 Odin in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
He buffs and then he does a health cut and then he like has a really high chance to action bind characters.
Yep.
It's just like relatively similar to V2 Odin, but instead of doing like a multiplier damage, it's just like a pretty decent health cut.
Yeah.
So he's okay, but he has a really good Rumble ability, giving attack and defense debuff down to strength, dex, and quick. So that's really nice.
Level 5 is
so not only like you're resisting more damage against them, but also making it easier for you to kill them. And then also HP and defense buff to strength, and that's one of the things that strength don't have a lot of. They don't have a lot of Rumble abilities that give like defense or like defensively focused abilities. So this character providing 6 HP and defense in one kit, as well as debuffing strength, dex, quick. Like, actually, like just good. Even if his special did nothing, I think just the Rumble ability alone is really good for strength team.
And even in the special alone, you get an additional level 7 defense and attack down debuff to all enemies as well for 20 seconds, which is really good. And an HP card and an 80%. I mean, I hate the percent. Like it would have been cool if it was like 100% chance to action bind. Like 2 characters or something like that. I don't know, like or 1 character or whatever it is. Like, but 80% chance.
So annoying.
80% chance to inflict action bind is still pretty good. Like, you know, it's a decent roll.
I think V2 Odin's also 80%.
Like, especially because like that's against strength, dex, and quick. So like, if you're going up against like that's multicolored teams or whatever, like you can really run havoc in that kind of capacity.
That's actually really cool that he does target specifically strength, dex, quick, and it's not like a range or anything. So even if he like and the health cut is also to all enemies as well. Like that's also another really good thing. So yeah, Blackbeard's just a good he's not like the best Rumble unit, but he's just super solid. He's good.
Now, do you think he should have had an EX?
I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. I think his ability that he does is good enough for his kit. The increased defense removal makes perfect sense because characters that bypass defensive effects with normal attacks don't go through blue shield, so he removes that. He applies the rainbow shield for 6 turns, enabling the rest of the batch's specials, and then also buffing his super class for driven to 1.5.
Yeah,
that's better than having a
yeah.
normal super class for 2 classes on one character at the same time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah.
So on your burst turn, he just does like heaps of damage. He's just good. He's just a good character, to be honest. He's just a little wonky to build for.
Exactly. I think it's also pretty cool. Like the orb boost is it prevents from being cleared as well, which I think is really really
that's
dope.
a good point.
There's a lot that can be done with that. That means we saw it with the whole like the versus Kaido and then the batch there where like, there was a lot of shenanigans you could do with them, which I think was really cool. I think it's a solid legend. I mean, it's just a very.
The increased damage taken that he gets with his special through immunity too. You just use the super class, give the enemies rainbow shield, then his special is guaranteed to do the increased damage taken. So,
and then in his captain ability, he has the. Is that what the boost?
The conditional boost, right?
Yeah, he has the conditional boost in his captain ability as well, which is just like damn. You know, that's pretty good.
He's a really nice unit. He's not broken by any means, but he's solid. He's nice to have for sure.
I guess I'm gonna be very interested to see if they do decide to release a Kuzan of some kind. How that's gonna like play into this character.
They kind of have to, right?
They surely would have to at some point. But hey, we got Tobi Roppo instead, dude. Nice.
Woo!
Flame. Any passing thoughts on Blackbeard as a whole?
I don't know. I feel like at this point, it's like one of those characters where we have so many of them at this point. That, like,
nah, it's true.
Like when I see it, I'm like, oh shit, like it's crazy, but I'm like I kind of don't care.
Yeah, it's another character.
I got
right?
Gear 5. I don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the saddest part, right? Like you got Gear 5. Like Gear 5 still's running havoc. Free spirit characters still running amok. Quick driven like slashes are still crazy. Like that you know, there's a lot of good teams out there, but. I mean, strength gets a little bit more of a push, you know, overall. But I guess out of 10, keep in mind, anniversary exclusive character, by the way. So, like, there is a little bit of rarity suited towards this guy. So, what do you guys think out of 10, though?
Ooh, probably, I don't know, maybe it's like mid to high 8s.
I was going to say like 8.5. I was like, I'm pretty comfortable 8.5 for me, for sure.
I give him a solid 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, easy as.
Let's give him 8.54.
There we go, 8.54.
What about you, Carissa? What do you rate Blackbeard out of 10?
Yes.
3. Okay.
Damn, that's tough.
Being black already.
Being Blackbeard already reduces his score. That's crazy.
That is crazy, actually.
I guess we jump into his compatriot, I suppose, of Jesus Burgess.
Goat. Jesus Burgess, the strong man himself.
The strong man. I think like what was it in why in Blackbeard's, at least on the database, is it Mr. Store? Is that Jesus Burgess' like alias?
Oh yeah, because that was his alias in the Dressrosa Coliseum.
Ah, we got his head rocked. Eat shit, pussy boy.
Yeah.
Regular batch legend first and foremost, which is I think a really good thing. I think like I'm not against the whole notion of like film red structure if it's not like every character's exclusive. Like if it's like kind of this style of things where it's like 1-on-1, whatever it is, like then you know I'm a lot more for it. But how do you feel about Jesus Burgess as a starting point, I suppose?
Like, okay, so just want to point out the really weird thing about Burgess is in his captain ability, it says that if he taps with a strength, tandem, or empty slot, he reduces chain attack down by 10 and reduces barrier by 1. So that's a cool effect and all that.
Yeah.
So normally when you attack with this guy, you want to tap with him first to remove those debuffs for the rest of your crew.
Correct.
However, he has a final tap, so that doesn't make any sense.
Shit, true.
So there's that.
That's a great point. It's a great point. That's a great point.
Makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, that's a great point. Very true. Very, very true.
And his final tap is bad, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's irrelevant. Yeah, it's a base attack boosting, converting orb. There we go. Standard shit.
His super class, super type is pretty bad. It's just like base attack boost and removes paralysis and slot bind on himself. That's pretty bad. The base attack boost is okay, but
I want to point out that his, at least on the database, his last tap isn't it's 2000 base attack to this character, but it isn't like on top of. In the sense of
What do you mean by that?
Like how did I word it before? Like it not overrides, but like it's in addition. So if you already have a base attack boost, it like adds on top of it. I think we've had last taps in the past where it's done that, whereas I think this one, at least the way it's worded, doesn't do that. So does that mean that if you use your super type and then try to last tap with him, you're going to get the 2000 base attack?
Oh, I'm sure that they wouldn't have structured it in that way. Surely not,
I hope
right?
not, but I mean, that's
surely you can stack it with any other base attack.
Oh, that's the word, stack. Sorry, yeah. Like I hope you can, but I mean, it depends on if it's worded differently in game than the database. But I mean, that's
crazy. It's crazy how far final taps have come, because if you think about this last tap, it's basically the same as like the quick Super Sugo Luffy.
Dude, that's fucked. That's fucked.
The first Super Sugo unit has the same last tap as this Jesus Burgess, pretty much.
It's because they made a mistake with the V2 Straw Hats. That's just all it is.
Ever since then, yeah.
Ever since then, they said, you know what? Last tap needs to be basically removed from the game at this point.
No other final taps even come close. You've got Lilith, you've got K-Dad.
And then you still have V. If you can fit V2 Strat in a team still, it's still really good to do that. no matter what, right? It's just free damage.
So like these villain teams, if you can just squeeze Straw Hat Crew somehow in there, like it's so much additional damage.
Sorted.
Yeah.
You are right. Like the captain ability is pretty straightforward, and I think it is pretty cool to have somebody that removes minimum chain attack down. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then one turn of barriers is also really good. He has pretty cool sailors.
I wish he just kind of removed chain attack down just passively all the time in his captain. Like,
that would have been more convenient, but then I don't think they thought of the whole final tap thing as well, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, because like we just had Exchange Ace, and he removes 5 turns of chain attack down in his captain. Like, yeah, but it's just a weird thing. But yeah, his captain ability is like, it's okay. You can use it if you want, but it's not the best captain.
Yes. I saw in one of his sailor abilities, if captain is driven, reduces attack down by a turn. Pretty neat. But then his special reduces attack down completely.
Yeah, that is true. But there was in the PKA, there was like a mini boss that gave you like 1 turn of attack down. So you just have him on the crew and he removes it. And you still need to use the special later.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He also has a new, I guess you'd call it buff or debuff. I don't know. Percent damage reduction reduces enemies' percent damage reduction effect by 100%.
Yeah, so his special basically is removing attack down and Rainbow Shield completely.
Yes, but
basically
the icon stays. So does that mean that the other specials can still do their thing? Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool then. Because that's basically akin to like reduces defense by 100%, more or less.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I think that's a really, really cool, unique little buff, I suppose.
And another really cool thing about him is that his special gives a full board of strength slots with the sailor ability of making strength slots beneficial to all driven characters.
Full board orbs, we love that. We don't
so if you got driven characters, it's just a full board of slots. Yep, pretty dope.
3-turn, 3x attack boost, preventing buff clears, chain multiplier, 2 turns of attack boost otherwise.
That's actually crazy. Like 3 times attack for 3 turns.
Yeah, I know.
And a 1.6 chain boost also for 3 turns.
Yeah, 1.6 chain boost is actually a lot. Like when you break it down, that's a really, especially like with fucking rush abilities out and about. Like it's really strong for an additional chain boost. I guess like
his special, it's not very complex, but it's good.
It's
a
solid.
Good special.
It's a solid basic like basic legend special, like regular batch legend special. It's very strong, very, very useful. Attack down, defense removals, orbs, attack boost, chain boost. Like it's a lot of stuff you get out of this unit for sure. I think if in his super special, instead of saying removes paralysis and slot bind on this character, it was like removes like 6 turns of paralysis and like 6 turns of slot bind on the crew. Like it had like a slot bind remover on the crew. So we don't have many of those.
Even if it was 3 turns.
Yeah. Like we don't have
even
many slot bind removers like that.
Yeah.
And slot bind has become pretty prevalent in recent bits of content here and there. So like if we had another unit that removes slot bind, that'd be quite useful. Support's broken. 2 turns of attack down, always really, really good.
Yep.
Super useful. Again, like Todd mentioned earlier, it's still based on orb converting and randomizing. He has hunger. Pretty neat, I suppose. What is that? How many?
Yep.
3 turns of hunger? That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good, honestly. And then his final type, Stinky Poo Poo. Did you pull the unit?
Yeah.
How did you try him in Rumble?
No, I do not plan on trying him in Rumble. I don't plan on that.
Let me see. Let's have a look here. Deals 3x attack to 1 enemy. Deals 2.75 attack in damage to 2 enemies. For the first 30 seconds, deals 2.5x attack in damage to 3 enemies.
It's not a bad like special.
It's like 1 enemy, 2 enemy, 3, and it's like cool, but like I don't want that. Like take out one of those attacks and just make it to like a large radial range. Deals 2 attack twice. Done. Sorted. Make him like a massive heavy hitter, like, you know. And he has for some reason he has Rumble. No, he doesn't have Rumble. He doesn't have a GP. No, he has GP.
Yeah, he's got GP.
4x base attack in damage to 1 enemy with the highest special CT. What the fuck?
Yeah,
it has 4 uses though. So it has 4 uses and after 3 Rumble specials. So like
yeah,
I get it.
It's easy to proc, but it's like
It's shit. It's still shit.
I mean, again, Gear 5 exists.
Yeah. Play the broken record once again. Gear 5 exists. Yada yada yada. There's not much to say. Like it's a very basic character. Like he's just very straightforward, you know. Flame, is anything on your end? Any vibes there? What's the feeling?
Well, like I was saying earlier, definitely if I was playing that just based off of like how I was feeling initially with the character drop, I probably wouldn't have wanted to summon for him regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's cool. I'm pretty sure there's not a Jesus Burgess legend in the game, right?
Nah, it's first one. Yeah, first one.
So I mean, I always think that's nice when you get a first time legend for a character, but I mean, I definitely think that there was better options.
For
but,
sure.
Hey, I guess knock him off the list, right?
Yeah, exactly. Another character that's got a legend sorted. You know, we do like we do love a bit of creativity per se, which I think is super positive regardless.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, out of 10, I suppose.
Carissa, she left, and she said that she would have rated a 7.4.
7.4. This is Rumble sucks. Okay, I think he's like a solid 8. I think he's a solid. He's like a solid 8. I think he's just a good solid legend.
Yeah, I can definitely see this guy like seeing more play in content than like Blackbeard, honestly. Just because that special is just like really good. Removing 2 key debuffs, and even if you don't have the full effect, like if the enemy has like 6 turns of those defensive effects, you get the 3 turn buffs. Even if you don't do it, you still get 2.75 attack for 2 turns for those 3 types of units. So I think he's pretty good. I'm gonna give him like I'll give him 8.5.
Yeah, I think that like at the end of the day, Blackbeard will probably come more into fruition eventually, like over time. Like as we've seen a lot of characters in recent time where like people have been able to build some funk. I mean, I don't know what's happening with this current upcoming super boss. I haven't looked at anything, but like I'm sure Blackbeard probably finds a place in there to some capacity.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, and I'm sure like, at the end of the day, he's gonna do a lot of damage naturally with the high super tender, blah blah blah. But I think that if Burgess is boosted on a couple of treasure maps, like every so often, he's gonna be a really useful character to have for clearing debuffs and giving boosts and such as well. I think that's really positive in that kind of capacity. Yeah, I think an 8.5 from me as well. But again, it's still early doors for legends. Like, I think things like Blackbeard might shine in later times or might not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Next thing we had on the list here was Blitz Battle. I don't know if there's really much to talk about if we even want to have it as a like chapter in the episode, but just briefly, what were your thoughts on Blitz Battle this time around? It wasn't against Kaido. What a time to be alive, dude.
Holy shit.
I think it was all right. It was all right. Like it's another Blitz Battle. You can't really expect too much out of it, I suppose, but it wasn't. I mean, obviously having majority of the batch made it naturally a lot easier, but it didn't seem as overtly complex as they've made in the past. I think that was my observation. I don't know, how did you, I'm assuming you built additional teams for content and stuff. How did you go about that? How did that feel?
I think we found it to be not as difficult as past Blitz battles. It felt like kind of straightforward because it was kind of built around using Blackbeard, and if you just used him as a friend captain, like, yes, it's not the same, but having just one of them as the friend captain made things a lot easier. So it wasn't too bad compared to some of the other Blitz battles, like some of those past Blitz battles that have been like 6 or 7 stages and they're just complete cancer.
And it's made it's bespokely made for like the new units and blah blah blah. Like this one felt like this one felt a little different, which was good. I think that's good. I think it was overall good Blitz battle. I mean, it's Blitz. People love it. People either love it or hate it. There's really there's no comment. Hey, it's
take it or leave it.
You know, new bit of content, we'll take it. Something different, right? World Cruise. We're back. Yep. World Cruise 2024. Same thing. What team are you on this time around?
I'm on Team Nami.
Oh, team. You guys are flying then. Team Nami's, I
haven't even been looking at the World Cruise stuff, to be honest.
The only reason I know a lot about the World Cruise stuff is because yesterday I was trying to build an Excel sheet that automatically pulled in all the data from World Cruise and like all this stuff.
Oh, nice.
But then I realized that Google Sheets has a rate limit on how many times you can call certain operations. So I got fucked.
Oh, really? Unless is it like a premium thing that you have to buy?
I think you can buy like a Google like premium account thing to get more calls, but like I'm not doing that. So But yeah, Team Nami won Rumble, followed by Robin, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro. Currently in Treasure Map, Team Robin is in the lead, but it is very close in the top 3 where it's like Robin's at 323, I want to say that's billion, and then Luffy's at 323 billion, but a little less, and then Nami's at 320, and then you have Sanji and Zoro taking up the rear there. But
hey yo,
hey, pause. Hey, where's Nightman? We need him. Okay, Blitz. World Cruise is fine. I think that I always think that World Cruise is a really cool like concept in general. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of how it's like structured around Rumble, TM, and Kizuna. But I think it would be a lot cooler if they made bespoke content for World Cruise. Like that would be a lot nicer instead of just like shoehorning
content specifically for when World Cruise comes out. Yeah, because it's just the same shit. It's just do whatever you were normally doing. It's just there's like an extra added layer of ranking.
Exactly. You know, yeah. Like one thing that I wanted to say, I put it in the other news section, but I think it can be brought up now because it kind of relates to World Cruise to some capacity. Championship being 3 days long for Rumble.
That was
what are your
really
thoughts?
Weird.
What are your thoughts on that?
I wasn't that mad about it because I'm not like the type of person that goes crazy on Rumble in the first place.
Yeah.
But I did find it to be a bit weird. I kind of get it too because they basically just wanted to keep the keep it like limited to the World Cruise stuff.
Yeah.
So for those 3 days, like go crazy. I guess they didn't want it to go for too long because otherwise people probably would have been upset because they would have had to spend a bunch of gems on their Rumble stuff and then they got to spend gems on Treasure Map and then they've got Kizuna coming up. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I know some people were kind of upset about it, but I don't think it's that bad.
So I think it's a fantastic change. I genuinely do because I think that I generally do spend gems during Rumble. I think it's a good investment. I think what did I end up, I don't even remember what I ended up doing for. I think I ended up getting like I got 203rd I got 3,895 points or something like that for Rumble last time, which is pretty solid for me. But I think it being 3 days is really positive because it's less of an overarching investment because you only need to invest gems for 3 days as opposed to 8 days, which is usually ridiculous. Or for Super Rumble, it's like the first 4 days are irrelevant and then the last 4 days are like important. But
so dumb.
It seems that they've changed Rumble structure in general because now for Arlong Crew or like the upcoming Arlong Crew Rumble period, I suppose I should say, and that's a Super Rumble as well. Block A goes for 12 days. Block B goes for I think it is about 12 days. and Block C goes for about 10 days. It's like a 10 or 11 days between all of them. And then Championship is only 3 days again. And then the ranking period for Super Rumble is those 3 days of Championship. So
yeah,
like,
I think that's just a better way to do it.
yes,
To be
I
honest.
agree. Because I think the reason why people got upset initially was that they thought that they were losing out on free refills per day, but they've just extended the block time periods to compensate for the loss in time during the championship period. And as long as you qualify, no one gives a shit. You don't have to give a shit about any of the other blocks. Like, as long as you qualify top 5K once, cool. The next like 20 days of Rumble are irrelevant. You just play them or you don't. Like, you know what I mean? And then you just have 3 days of ranking in championship, which I can see the double-edged sword, because now like it's harder to rank because you get less free matches, which means that you're going to get less score if you only just do the free stuff. So if you want to actually rank, you're going to have to burn more gems in a quicker period. But like, it's kind of give and take. But I think for like regular, like normal, like everyday players, I think that having the championship period have more matches, it has like what seems to be like about 20 to 30 days in just the blocks alone, which that means like that's about 99 free matches, which gets you to your rewards, plain and simple, you know, so you don't lose out on anything. So I think overall it's a really good change, at least as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I'm assuming like higher ranking players will have like stronger opinions about more gem investment, but like honestly, that's on the individual and how much they want to.
I mean,
they want to invest.
If people are spending like hundreds of, not hundreds, but even like tens of gems to rank in Rumble, I just think that you're just kind of silly, to be honest. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. Just the output just doesn't seem worth it in Rumble. At least if they buff the rewards, and hey, that's dope. And I get that people need to get to those certain thresholds in Rumble to level up their monuments and stuff. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But like the amount of gem investment that you have
it's
to get
crazy.
to, it's just not worth it in my opinion. But it is what it is.
I think like there's a really good like break even amount where it's like, generally speaking, if you invest like 20 to 30 gems in a Rumble season, you'll more often than not get those 20 to 30 gems back in rewards. So like it's kind of like, it's a bit of time consuming, but like you're earning more Rumble tickets and then you're kind of breaking even, give or take, with the gems you're earning. And like, for example, in some period, especially like during Super Rumble, because you get the Rumble rewards and the Super rewards on top of that as well. Like, you get, it's more of an incentive to actually invest your gems. But again, Rumble's pretty time consuming, not like physically, but like you set it down, you have to find a team that you can beat, then you play, then you like wait for it to finish, then you have to do rinse. So it can be time consuming in that kind of capacity. But I think that like there definitely is lots of break even, if not, I think I've profited almost every Rumble season, give or take, by investing like 20 to 30 gems every so often, and specifically in Super Rumble. I think the worst part about Super Rumble is that the ranking rewards from Super Rumble don't give you PvP tickets, or like red tickets, or whatever you want to call them, the Rumble tickets, sorry, which I think is very stupid. Like it's kind of a missed opportunity to kind of to accelerate people's progression in their like gather islands and stuff. But I mean, you know, it is what it is there. What do you, Flame, I guess from an outside perspective, like what are your thoughts on the whole notion of like the structure of world crews and how it kind of is handled, etc.?
Those types of things are always a little tricky, because obviously it's, you know, it's dependent on, you know, what types of units you have, you know, how dedicated you are to playing the game. Because obviously, like, you have people that like they'll literally play it all day every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like for I'm not gonna say that I used to do that, but there were events like where like I would try to do that. It's very draining, to be honest. Like I'm sure you understand, like when you do like the rice event. Like
throwback, man. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, like I mean, in a sense, like, you know, competing with everybody and like maximizing everything, like it's nice, but I don't know, man. Like I feel like there should just be some type of thing where like you don't have to like kill yourself over the thing.
Yeah.
Like you can just play casually, still get a decent amount of stuff. But not like your hands are literally about to fall off.
Like I think that's the problem though, because to some capacity, you get punished by not playing, which I guess makes sense.
Exactly, yeah.
But like, for example, in Treasure Map, right? Like, if you
Right.
don't play a lot of TM at least a couple of times a year, you will not have enough limit break materials to suffice you for the year. You know?
Right, right,
And
and it's a
that's
lot
problem.
different. Yeah, like back then it was a lot different because like everybody just had like unlimited limit break materials.
Yeah.
It was more you play treasure map to get like tablets and stuff like that
Exactly.
back in the day.
Now it's the
But
opposite,
yeah,
man. Now people have
yeah,
unlimited
now-
tablets pretty much, and like not enough
Right.
limit break materials.
and now you need a limit break materials to actually like decently use the units.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
exactly
you
right.
have like,
You know?
yeah,
Like, I think that, especially because like the frequency of legends they're releasing, like it's consuming LB mats at a pretty rapid rate. And again, like there's no
Right, and-
way to farm. There's no, unless you're playing literally just consistently playing treasure map, which is no one really wants to do that. Even though they've improved treasure map a lot, it's still mind numbing. It's still
We
mind numbing.
we need our legend Jozu to
Yeah,
get more
let
limit
them
break mats
preach,
from TM.
preach, King. Let them
Yes,
know,
sir.
dude.
never again, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think that World Cruise, like I mean, like the sad part about World Cruise is that the rewards are the exact same as last year. I think Godot was mentioning that the rewards are the exact same as last year's World Cruise rewards,
That's
which
so trash.
just doesn't make
Yeah, that's
sense.
ass.
Like you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like obviously you can.
I mean,
but,
they
like,
can. They are doing it.
It's just like
It's-
bro,
it's
it's
like-
just, it's so dumb.
It's like it's not even like it's like a regular game, like it's a gacha game or a phone game where like the meta and everything is constantly changing like
Yeah.
on a week to basis. Like you're really gonna have the same exact rewards from the previous year. Like that's crazy.
No, it's like it's genuine. Like I'm looking at the rewards now. Like they're, I mean, hey, if you get first place, you get 200 gems. Wow, not like
Ooh.
not like you probably spent 2,000. I think I'm gonna air out Rizzy real quick. I think Rizzy's
Hey, yo.
pause. I think Rizzy has like so far spent like 4,000 gems on just Sugo pools alone, which is
Oh
just,
my God,
I know.
This year?
In this period of time during
Wow.
World
wow.
Cruise
Oh,
shit.
he got screwed on the Blackbeard banner,
He
right?
got railed on a lot of banners, which I feel bad for him. But like, you know, not that like every single player is going to that. And I mean, to be fair, Rizzy's rank 1, like he's the highest bounty, so he's technically the best player. Like, fair enough, right? But like, not that every player is that capacity. But like, for example, like let's say right now, what am I? I think I'm rank 101 in my team because that's how many points I earned or whatever. Like a lot of people are the same rank because you earn a static amount of points. Like right now, if it were to end, rank 101 would net me 1 limited pool legend, 1 LB plus key, 2 rare recruit LB plus keys, 60 gems, 5 4-star lobsters, 2 absolute manuals, 1 mil bounty ranking, and the ranker event title.
That's trash.
What am I going to do with 5 4-star lobsters? Like it, nothing. It's like you
It's
need
so garbage.
You need run the math real quick. You need 155 million EXP to get a legend to like max or a character to max, right? And then if you divide that by 4 times, sorry, it's 5. My apologies. If you divide that by like what 5 times, what is it? 333. 3,333,000, something like that for XP for that. I mean, like you need a lot more, bud. You need like a crap ton of lobsters to get there. That's getting you like not a lot of. You're getting like nothing. You're getting like you're getting like 15 million XP from 155 million needed, give or take. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like that should be like. Instead of being, it should be 50 lobsters, not 4 or some shit like that. Like it should be a lot more, you know. Like, and I think that's the biggest. I mean, team ranking rewards. Oh, if you're Todd, your team's in first place. Pog, you get 5 large inks, 15 small inks, and 30 gems.
And then doesn't second place get like 29 gems?
They get 29 gems and 14 small and 5 large, and then gets 28 gems, 27 gems, 26 gems.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
the
4 gem
team
difference.
placings don't actually matter.
It's irrelevant. It's 4 gems difference. Just buy the login pack. Oh, there's your 4 gems. Like, done. Like, it's really irrelevant. It genuinely is. And I think that
It's just the competitiveness between like your own team.
yeah, and it's like
that changes
the
really.
competitiveness between like it's the competitiveness between like JP players and global as well. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I will put it out there, like, there is an abhorrent amount of toxicity in the high ranking community. I'll just leave it at that.
It
But,
always
like-
is. It's so bad.
But like, it is abhorrently toxic. Like, it's toxic to the point where like new players like get like shunned away. You know, like it's really bad in those ends. You know what I mean? Like, it's horrible. You know, but hey, more power to them. They're living their life the best way they know how. So enjoy that for what it is, I suppose. All right, that's World Cruise. If you're just a laissez-faire player, you're getting a crap ton of gems out of this event. So good on you. You're getting
you can just play casually and you
Yeah.
just get extra shit basically.
exactly. You get like an extra like 50, 60 gems this month. So like, you know, thumbs up for you. You know, good on you, dude.
And the social media campaign. So
Yeah, there's
bunch
been a lot of
gems
them
on
actually,
top
so
of
it's been
that.
pretty
Yeah.
good too. Plus the comeback campaign was another
Mhm.
30 odd gems, so it's actually been a decent gem. And plus we just had the pirate level packs come out, which was like, oh my god,
Oh, those packs were
so
wild.
many gems, dude. Oh my, I think I ended up with like 2.7 thousand in my account at one point. I was like, damn, I got immense.
Yeah, those
I got
packs were
loaded.
crazy good.
All right, back to, you know, that was fun. Back to Legends though. S-Hawk released as a Rumble Legend,
Oh my
and
God.
my god,
What the hell is this unit, dude?
I want to smoke the shit that they were smoking when they made S-Hawk. I will read his Rumble kit because I think it deserves to be
Yeah, I
read.
think we kind of have to. His Rumble kit is insane.
So his resistances are 100% chance to resist action bind, 30% damage reduction to side damage, and a 1.3x boost to side enemies in terms of his damage. Rumble ability, level 6 HP up buff to int, level 5 defense and speed down debuff to slashes. When HP is below 50%, applies level 5 attack up buff to crew. His Rumble special at 28 CT is a 2.5x attack boost that will ignore defense to the 3 enemies with the highest attack, restores 600 fixed HP every 5 seconds to self, and applies a level 7 defense up buff to crew for 15 seconds.
yeah, 2.5 damage ignoring defense.
Ignoring
for
defense
3
is
guaranteed
fucked, bro.
targets.
It is so
And a
fucked.
28 CT as well.
And he can like buff his attack. Like he
And
can
the other
buff
thing
his.
that's so
It's so
dumb about this
fucked,
whole unit is his 20 cost.
Yeah, did we talk about? We did, I think, in the previous episode.
Yeah, we
about
definitely did. Yeah,
Rumble Legends being 20 cost is fucked. It is a mistake. It is a problem.
It is the biggest buff that we've ever seen for any like given Rumble units. Like the fact that they're 20 cost now, so you could stack them with other legends is just
You can just
wild.
run 8 Rumble Legends on a crew, and it's like only 120 cost. It's kind of messed up. It's really messed up. It should have been 30 or 35 cost.
Yeah,
That would have been
I'm just-
fine. But it's
when you're reading
broken.
through his kit, there is a few errors on the database. I'm
Oh,
noticing.
fucking Solaris, mate.
So
Always.
you read in his passive that he gives defense and speed down debuff to slashes.
Yep.
It's actually just a slasher buff on your side, defense and speed buff.
So it's not. So it's a speed, defense and speed buff to slasher
Yep.
units. Right. Okay. That sounds a lot.
And
It makes more
and
sense.
his special does the damage to characters with the highest HP. No, it's highest attack. No, you're right.
Okay.
It's highest
Ignore
attack.
defense, the highest
yeah.
attack, but he
So
actually
his
does.
Rumble ability
So he
was
does
the
more.
Slayer.
So he does HP up buff to in, and he does defense and speed up buff to slashes. You put this guy on a slasher team, they're
Yeah.
getting even bulkier. When he goes below 50% HP, he gives an attack up buff. He heals himself if he goes. He'll heal himself with his special as well. Like he gives you a further defense up buff in his special, and he does 2.5x attack that ignores defense for 3 enemies.
Yeah.
And slashes already give you such a fuck ton amount of Attack.
Yeah, I think the best crew is like it's like this guy, Roger Whitebeard,
Yep.
and then you got like V1 Odin.
Yep.
You could like run a combo of a lot of different units. I
Yes.
think like a Cracker is seeing the most play right now. Zoro Sanji to
Yep.
haste all your slashes. You could use K-Dad in
Yep.
combo with V1 thingy, V1 Odin.
Odin, yep.
The Rumble Legend Kawamatsu as well.
Yep. Yeah, he sees play. He sees a lot of play now.
And there's a lot of good Rumble Rare Recruit slashes as well.
Slasher team is like far and out one of the best teams.
It's probably the best team right now.
It's so S-Hawk. If you pull S-Hawk, like use posters immediately. Like, this is one of the characters where it's like use your posters on this unit because like getting him to 150 so he gets even stronger. Like it's really good.
The only thing that kind of hurts. It kind of depends on the way that teams are built. But side teams are actually still kind of good against slashes because if you have Wano Law, this guy's driven, so you nerf him. Legend Cracker is powerhouse, so Wano Law debuffs them as well. So
true.
There are ways that it is still a good team, and in a lot of ways is probably the best team, but like still gotta watch out for Wano Law. And even running that ideal slasher team, it can actually go toe to toe with those free spirit teams, even with Nami Karina in it, which is wild.
Yeah. I think that anything to ruin Nami Karina's day, the better. Just like that unit is still way too.
I don't know
broken.
what they were thinking with Nami Karina. That unit should have been a Rumble Legend too.
Imagine, my god, that would have been insane.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, let's just make them remove the CT of 16,000 every unit.
Yeah, on a 24 CT or whatever the hell.
It pops twice before you can even use the specials. Like, what the hell?
Stupid.
Yeah, S-Hawk, really good. I would actually recommend doing a couple summons on the PvP banner for him. I think
in terms of his normal kit stuff, he's just okay. He's actually not terrible because he does remove paralysis and special bind. He does resist it, and I think he's got fear resistance. Yeah, he does. He's got fear resistance. Removes special bind by 6 turns.
Yes.
And he's got the same thing as V1 Mihawk, where based on the damage you deal, you do half of it in the following turn. So if you do 100 million damage, use his special on the next turn. He does 50 million damage to all characters, which is pretty cool.
If your crew has Mihawk or Daz Bones, who use a special this turn, boost crit hit damage to all characters by up to 50% for 1 turn.
Yeah, a bit of a weird special.
Daz Bones and Mihawk, yeah. That's a unique one for sure. Because it's a combination of the two of them, I suppose. But let me know a good Daz Bone. I'll use them in my team.
Yeah. When was the last time we got the last Daz Bone to come out? Was it
side Daz Bone rare recruit?
It wouldn't have been the support rare recruit.
Oh shit! True. The Mr. One, Miss Double Finger was 3265 ID.
Yeah,
the Psy one is 2479. Oh my! We're at 4000 ID by the way.
The Psy Mr. One came out with V2 Mihawk.
Jesus Christ! That's so long ago.
Ages ago,
dude. We're at 4100 units as well now. So that's almost 900 units away. That's a long time. Yeah, S-Hawk pretty good. Rumble kit is very solid. I mean, there's not much else to say. I
would go as far as to say he's probably in the top 3 best Rumble units in the game right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. I think.
And the thing that if he was 55 cost, he would still be good.
He would still be amazing. Yeah,
it'd still be really good. But the fact that they made him 20 cost just means you could just run all the other busted legends alongside him.
It's actually such a mistake because when it comes to Super Rumble ranking. Rumble units get more points, and now that the cost is lower, if you have you could literally just run a team of all Rumble legends more or less, and and just kill, and you can just run through teams. It's very possible.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That was a nice little detour there. I have 6+ Arlong Crew here. I just want to make one comment and one comment only. These guys are shit.
Rip the goat.
Rip the goat, man. This guy was so cool when he first came out, and now he's kind of ass.
He is. Yeah, they didn't really.
They didn't really do much.
They didn't do much.
They didn't.
He still requires one of each color for his captain.
So stupid, bro.
Kind of sleeper. They at least with level limit break, he does resist special reverse on himself with a special that does -2 cooldown.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I guess his special can potentially, with max level limit break, be a 3 times or a 2.75 attack boost. Or no, it's a 3.25 attack boost for 3 turns. It can potentially get to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Mm.
But that's basically all he does.
That's it.
Like attack boost, cooldown reduction. That's it.
His
Switch effect is interesting. Yeah, he
has damage, right? And his switch effect now.
Yeah, his super swap. Well, with his captain, with the level limit break, it makes his special swap become maxed at the start, and the super switch gives -2 cooldown for himself, gives him a matching slot through block. It does a bit of damage to all enemies and gives a base attack boost based on your health. So it's he's not great, but like when you're coming off of the super evolution of like Kaido and then Rayleigh last month, and then you get to this guy, it's like, bro, what are they doing?
Low-key, Rayleigh's been pretty gas. I think he's good. I think that's
Rayleigh's
really, really good.
He's so good.
And then you have this guy. He's like, "What's up?" This guy's kind of stinky, dude. Oh, I don't know, kind of poo-poo. Yeah, that's 6 plus Arlong.
Yeah, not really much else to say. He's even bad in Rumble too.
I mean,
you're not gonna
at the end of the day, it's cool because it's a unique legend. Getting a 6 plus, like, it's not what we wanted, but like, hey, I'm not gonna complain against like this kind of stuff happening. I just wish it was a little better.
It makes that one Grand Voyage where he's needed to be slightly easier.
Yeah, exactly. Less investment required on the unit because he's a little stronger now. So like,
yeah, 100%.
Which is good. At the end of the day, it's very positive. So people, people like me who haven't cleared it yet, it's like, oh hey, it's like, you know, I can give it a chance now in 3 years' time when I actually want to play it. All right, the head honcho, the main man, the main guys, I suppose. It's us. You know, the trio that's here today. Knight, he's Mr. 3. The Cross Guild legend, yay!
Yeah. Cross Guild's so sick.
Cross Guild is here. This unit is interesting. It is a very, very interesting character to say the least. Very, very like unique, obviously.
That special is word vomit.
It's disgusting. It makes
so much.
It's like, I think it's a cool concept though, where it's like you have multiple. It's not like the 2-stage special. It's like you have an effect, you use the special, increments the number by 1. You have the next effect, increments the number 1. Have the next effect, and then it resets it. So like if you can somehow restart everything again, you can like continue going forward. But it's an interesting character. Like the captain ability. Is unique. Yeah. It's pretty weird. I hate 40 cost. Like, I get it. If this legend was 40 cost, it'd been so much better. It'd been so funny if this legend was 40 cost.
He still buffs himself though.
Yes, it's true. But I wish it was 40 cost. He still gives
himself the bigger attack boost. But yeah, I get what you mean.
If this legend was 40 cost, it'd be funny as.
His special's so interesting where like it has like a special counter, and I think the last time they did something like this was when the Dex Treasure Map Legend Crocodile came out.
Yes.
Where it was like your special's always at 0, but then if you fulfilled these conditions, then your special counter goes to 1, and you get like a slightly different special, slightly buffed special. And it's kind of like the same thing. So like when you first start the quest, you have like this 1 effect, and then it gives himself cooldown to then use his special again to get a different effect.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting in the way they built him, because this is like the first or one of the probably second character to release that actually kind of wants Limit Break Plus. The only other one that comes to mind straight away is when Sobermask came out.
Yes,
correct. And he got like a randomly like buffed captain ability in his Limit Break Plus for some reason.
Yep.
That was so weird. But this guy doesn't get a buff to anything. It's just he gets 1 turn of cooldown, and that 1 turn of cooldown is so important.
It matters. Like the amount of times I've been playing Treasure Map and like I bring a non like Limit Break expanded like friend captain, and you're like, why the fuck is there 1 turn? There shouldn't need, like, why am I missing 1 turn? Like, what's going on here? And then you realize because it's not LB, Limit Break expanded. Captain ability is pretty straightforward. Like it's a buff, a bit of cooldown. What is it? Damage reduction. And then if you use, this is the interesting part. If a crew member uses a special with the Despair debuff, including supports, and you're inflicted with despair, replaces that debuff with a special cooldown to the top row by 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do some
pretty
pretty
cool.
funky things, like squad support is back, baby. You know, if you inflict yourself with despair or are inflicted with despair, you get cooldown, which is pretty dope.
So just resisting despair is always a good thing.
It was
But
absolutely right.
even if it didn't do anything else, like
Just
it's just
removing
straight
it
up
is-
just remove despair, which is cool.
is dope.
Yeah.
We have the 3 effects special. So set target, new buff.
Yeah.
I think what's the premise of it? If a unit that kills the set target gets cooldown, is it or something like that?
Yeah, so if a unit is inflicted with set target, if the character that kills it is a driven or a slasher, they get -2 cooldown, and any driven or slasher that hits a target with set target status deals double damage to them. So it's like increased damage taken, but like it's like V2 increased damage taken.
Yeah.
Actually V3 because weakened was V2, right?
Yeah,
The
true,
weakened
true.
status.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I wonder, set target isn't influenced by immunity?
No, it goes through.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's so fucked.
Well,
'Cause,
I
like-
think it specifically says that. So I think in the character's in-game special, it mentions that the set target status goes through immunity. So I assume that they will probably do one in the future where it doesn't,
It doesn't
go through
Yeah,
immunity.
okay, that makes sense.
But at least this guy does go through, which is a huge.
Which
yeah.
is broken because right now slashers and driven units are running amok. And like if they're dealing double
Yep.
damage to targeted units, hello, super boss. Like doing an additional double damage for free that isn't a conditional
Mhm.
buff is like it's this. I think we have this conversation like almost every Treasure Cruise ep, but it's like you're just adding more and more reasons why you need to somehow increase the HP threshold of these super bosses and stuff, because 1 trillion damage is now even more accessible with this unit. You know,
Yeah.
like it's so much easier to now get 1 trillion, and I'm sure they're going to debuff it in the future, blah 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 blah. But like, it's really cool, and that's only the first part of the special. If you can get the cooldowns again, you now remove threshold and increase defense by 6 turns, 1,000,000 fixed damage ignoring NAO, an orb effect boost of 2 turns, and then you recharge your special again. And then if you can get another point, you reduce despair by 6 turns, you set chain boundary for 3 turns, you add slasher and driven resistance, and then it resets back to 0. Like you get a lot out of this unit. No orbs though. No orbs in sight. No
Character
orbs in
doesn't have
sight.
any way to manipulate slots.
No orbs
Yeah.
though. I think this unit is sick, and Super EX, which
the Super
is
EX is actually good.
2 turns of cooldown to all units, boost the final tap driven by 20%, 15% resistance, and then driven and slashers get boosted. Like damn, adds really good, and the criteria is actually pretty easy. If you either kill an enemy with set target or any two characters. Like, overarching, it's a really straightforward super to kind of like get done. On top of that, the support is really good as well. Attaching to any driven and slasher character, and if you use if you use a % damage reduction special, that's okay, yeah. It reduces. It adds slasher driven resistance, which is good.
That's a good thing about the resistances with his super EX super doing the driven slasher resistance. The third effect of his special driven slasher resistance. That's 35% for both resistances,
Yes.
and this character is both driven and slasher. Like,
You get so much more just damage
that's
output.
insane.
This
Yeah,
unit also has rush. What is this? The fourth character to have rush now? Yeah, the 4th character to have rush now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Level 5. 0.1 to 0.6.
it's the first character to tap too.
Yeah, true. Attack of
So
driven
back
slashes.
to the goaded rush. It's a lot of damage.
8 times 0.1 increase. Final, each chain adds 0.1. Finals up to 0.9. First tap. Yeah, it's good. It's just a lot of damage output. 15.
Yeah, and Carissa had a good point as well. The fact that it's classified as a crocodile unit, so you get access to those OP
So many
Baroque work
supports. So many supports as well. You know, like you get so many supports with this unit too.
And I was already I'd already recorded some clips with this guy so far, and like one thing I was a little bit concerned about when using him was his EX Super and trying to get that to activate. Because in order to use him effectively, you need that EX Super to get activated. So running like 2 of the listed characters, that's really difficult to do. Honestly, it's not easy to run those Baroque works or the buggy pirates. I mean, yeah, you can add Zoro, Perona, or Shanks, but I don't know how many
Shanks is there. That's hilarious.
versions of just Shanks, because why not? But at least one of the other conditions is defeat an enemy with set target.
Yeah.
So you just use your special on an earlier stage, kill something, and then you just get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is annoying that his rush does require 2 of those listed units. So
I agree.
So in high diff content, I don't know how often you're going to see this rush.
I can see some shenanigans happening with Film Red Shanks in this unit running amok, I reckon. I can see
like
some...
the blue Shanks?
Yeah. I can see some.
Ooh,
I can see.
I never even thought about that.
That's what I. My brain went to like strength super bosses in shambles. You have that Shanks, you have this guy, like that's, and then you just need to fulfill one more slot. Zoro Sanji say, "What's up?" Done.
Well, you still probably want to get the Super Tandem with Shanks, right? So you can get it with. Does Luffy count for that? Or but then again, Shanks is not a driven or a slasher, so you don't get the rush boost, right? Because the rush is only for driven slasher.
Zoro Sanji says hello. And then that fulfills the 2 units, like I forgot
Zoro Sanji.
Exactly, Zoro Sanji.
Like everyone
change everyone's classes done. It's a wrap. Like you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of possibility. Like with this kind of stuff. Let's chat his Rumble kit because hello Nami Kurina the V2, big buffs, attack up buff, driven get a buff, quick get a buff, driven get more buff. And then the main crux of his special, other than literally giving a level 7 speed up buff and a level 6 attack up buff, when there are 5 or more driven characters, removes 30% of special CT to 3 enemies with the high special CT. Like, damn. Like, damn, bro. That's rude. That is a lot. That is a lot.
When I first pulled him, I tried to build him in like a mono quick driven team, and I didn't think it was that good. But then someone posted a team, and it was basically just using the quick slasher team, like Roger Odin, Smoothie, and stuff, just with this in it. And that team is disgusting. Like having Smoothie and Cross Guild, it's too much. And Smoothie's now a 20 cost unit.
Yeah, Smoothie being 20 cost is so stupid, man.
She got such an insane buff.
Like the quick slashes are actually really, really good.
Yep.
What do I want to mention as well? It's pretty cool that he has a special limit reduction in his potential abilities as well. 3 turns of that is actually really, really good. Super positive. I think it's a great legend. I genuinely think it's a great legend. Like he's very, very good.
Yeah, I found him to be really easy to build teams for because you can run like the mono driven squads and you got really good synergies with some good characters. You don't have to run double cross guild. You can run hybrids with a lot of teams. You can run like mono slashes. You can run driven instead. There's just lots of good teams you can use him with. He's a good ass unit, man. Yeah,
I agree. Flame, anything to add?
They're anniversary legend, right?
Yes, they are. They are an anniversary legend.
Would you say that of the batch, or I guess event, they're the must pull?
I would say so.
Of all the ones we talked about,
I would say so. I think
they're the most fun to use out of all the anniversary legends. I don't know if they're going to be the most useful in the long run.
Probably for PvP at least, right?
For Rumble, I feel like they're probably the best. Blackbeard's pretty decent still too. It's tough because Cross Guild is a lot of fun and they have so many cool gimmicks.
But they'll be back in 3 months, in 2 months even.
Yeah, Blackbeard will be too.
Exactly. Like
whenever the anniversary comes around in May.
Exactly. Especially with 10th Anni literally being 2 months away, almost to the day. Like
right.
And
that's crazy.
Knowing that 10th Anni, in theory, it should be like incredible. And the unit should be disgusting. Like, these units will return. I mean, in theory, at least. I mean, they'll return on part 1 of the banners at bare minimum. But, like, I think if you were to pull, I would personally go with Cross Guild. Just because I think they are the most fun. They have a really unique kind of, like, kit. And then, obviously, in Rumble, they're really, really good, too. But you can also make the argument to just kind of wait as well, which, I mean, you obviously can always make that argument regardless. But I don't know if, I think it's another situation where like worldwide Annie just hasn't really delivered on like that whoa factor of like a unit, right? You know?
Yeah.
Whereas
They
like
got a cool special animation too.
yeah, and what is it? The rush animation. They throw the animation. Yeah. They throw Buggy's head just at the enemy. Like it's very funny. Like it's really they've done a cool job.
So cool too when they're just sitting there, like Crocodile's literally holding Buggy's head in his hands, like by the hair. Yeah. It's so good.
They've done a really good job, and I think they've smashed it out of the park with the unit, like without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say earlier. Yeah, I mean, they were an exciting unit. You know, everybody was waiting for them for a while, so it's nice that they delivered in some aspects. Maybe not like fully, but you know, they definitely have their uses, which is fun.
Absolutely.
The special's crazy. Like it's all over the place.
It is.
I would appreciate that than just, you know, like
attacking all booze. Pog. Exactly.
Right. So I mean, I can't complain with that. Definitely some fire art. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really like the 5-star art. That's always my favorite one. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would have pulled for them. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Like I don't even care. I don't care if Annie's in like 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely pull for them.
No, absolutely right. I think if I was to like nitpick, like the special only charges 13 turns of cooldown. So like you do need to find a way to get an additional 2 turns of cooldown if you want to pop the special in the same turn. And you can get that via their EX. So you can in theory, like they're like you can pop the special twice in a single turn. But like getting like that additional turn is like, you know, you need somewhere you need 2 turns of cooldown to some capacity from a unit or to some degree.
Yeah, I would say if you have the enough materials to limit break expand cross guild, then yeah, you probably should do it, because usually they don't release characters that need expansion on release. So the fact that they're doing this, like if you're the type of player that doesn't expand a lot of units, but you have a lot of materials hanging around, I think they're kind of worth it.
Yeah, I'd agree as well. 100%. All right. Out of 10.
9.12.
I would probably give him like a 9 to a 9. Probably not 9.5. Maybe a 9.2. I reckon as well.
I'd give him a 9 even.
Yeah. Easy as. Cross guild. Very fun. Another fun legend. Way, Tobi Roppo. Yes, dude.
Yeah, just what we love.
Yes, I don't care for this character at all. I'm going to be frank and fearless with you. I think that this character is stink balls, and I don't know what's Extract doing there, but then he has his own unique unit anyway. Like, get him out. You know,
there is only one use case for this unit. There's only one reason why this character came out.
That's it, bud. That's all you get.
It's the fact that this is finally the super tandem character that Magma Kaido has been waiting for.
Oh, true. Very true.
Character changes their own slot through Wano into tandem.
Okay, you are right.
And they've got a one-tap super tandem.
That's fair. That's really a one-tap super tandem is kind of fucked, to be honest with you. And that's
their super tandem is good.
On all,
and I think you can use
levels.
Big Mom.
Yes, Big Mom is part of it too.
You can use Big Mom in there one tap. Yeah, so you just tap with Dex Big Mom, you tap with this, then you go into the Rush of Kaido.
Yeah,
it's cracked.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a great point.
And then you last tap with the 9.5 anniversary Luffy. Yeah. Which is the K-Dad final tap for strength units.
And he's locked in. He's got the team figured out.
Yeah, that mono strength is cracked. It's mono strength with Big Mom.
With Big Mom. Big Mom's still there. Big Mom's still going to be there. She's what's up. Yeah.
But aside from that, they're trash.
10 turns of PDR, some damage, color affinity, like chain. I mean, 1.8x chain multiplier is decent.
That's a high chain burst.
It's a lot. They remove block or super block. Sorry, their own orb. Sorry, my bad. That's shit. That's not as good.
Yeah. Kind of a yikes.
Increases the color affinity duration by a turn. Changes all orbs, including block of the right-hand column to Wano. Oh, fuck off.
This character special is like really not that good because so it does the Rainbow Shield removal by 10. That's useful.
Yeah.
It does damage.
Yeah.
But then it says if you have color affinity, that's when you get the attack and the chain boost.
Where the fuck did color affinity from?
Their special does do it. So they said it does like if you have a Semler or a Wano slot, you increase the effect of your orbs
Yep.
of Semler and Wano slots, which is like it works with Big Mom and
Yeah,
Kaido.
yeah.
But then you get the effect of like when you use their special, you do get 2.75 color affinity to strength powerhouse driven for 2 turns.
Yep.
But then if you use their special and you already have color affinity, that's where you get the attack and chain boost instead. So you can't even get color affinity and their really good chain boost or their attack boost like all together.
You get one or the
It's-
other.
This character is wonky as hell.
It's just a weird. I do definitely I understand like the appeal of them. I guess the downside is that they're a fucking Kizuna unit. It's like
and if you've seen their special animation, this character is low quality.
it is. It's screen wipes. It's just they show like the phases of the 6 Tobi Roppo. Like, yeah, we're here together.
So bad.
Like it's not that good. It's kind of ass. Also, is X Drake in the unit or not?
I believe so. Well, I
Then
think he's in the artwork, so I assume he's a part of the unit.
Why the fuck are we getting an X Drake Kizuna character there?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Because we can't. I mean, not that you want to use them together, but like we
No.
couldn't. You can't.
No.
Like, what a waste. Like, you should have released like Scratchman and Pooh or something like that. I don't know. Like, just something fun.
That's a good point. I
'cause,
knew
like-
a Pooh character would have been dope.
Because Apu is in their super special and their super tandem. So like releasing him would have been cool. Something different.
So is Hawkins, though, right?
So is Hawkins. Hawkins
Yeah.
the rare recruit there.
Hawkins is the rare recruit.
What does he do? Oh my god, it's word vomit as well.
I think his special gives an overrideable color affinity.
does
so I
do
think
that, yeah.
actually works with Tobi Roppo, so you get all the buffs.
Yeah.
So I get it. But the character's not good.
It's not good. I was told by Stump that this unit is arse in Rumble as well. That's what I was informed of. They're very shit, which makes sense. Fuck Stump, by the way. Yeah, you know, he's not good. This unit's ass, bro. He's ass, bro. No, we skip this. This is L unit. Especially because it's super boss, like it doesn't really matter in reality. Like this unit's just there to get more tickets and more super boss tokens. That's pretty much it. Flame, anything from you, bud?
Nah, man, fuck them.
Oh god, I just wish that like out of all the quote unquote fearsome foes that they could have picked, they didn't pick this unit. Like I get that they probably wanted to have a flying 6 at some point, but this wasn't the choice. This wasn't the one at all.
Yeah, it ain't it, Chief.
No. Quickly, I suppose, Bao Huang support. Really good support. Attaching
Yeah,
to...
interesting. It only attaches to a strength or quick driven unit, right?
Yeah. But if enemy inflicts with the orb manip, reduces damage received by 60% and reduces bind paralysis and special limit by 1 turn. First time we've seen that in a support.
Yeah, that's unique.
Which is pretty cool. Alright, out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10? Oh, jeez.
4.
4? I'm a little bit more generous because it's not like the character is unusable.
It's like 6
It's
or
just
7.
that you
for
wouldn't
me.
use it.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
if you don't fall for them.
I'd probably give him like a 6.
Yeah, I think I'd do like a 6 or a 7 for me.
Uh,
I feel like...
Yeah, I
Characters
got 5.5.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, at the end of the day. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some good use cases for them because, like, for Super Boss or something like that, where, like, they work really well, like you said, with the Rush Kaido. And
Yeah, with
such.
Rush Kaido, but that's the other thing is you have to get the Rush, the tandem maxed.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't have... Because, let me have a look again. When do you get the one-tap super tandem?
It's all of them, I think. Every level is one
Level
tap.
4.
Oh, okay,
Level
never
4 is
mind.
when you get one tap.
Right. Okay, that's ass. Plus, like, it's a Kizuna legend, so, like, you're not
Exactly,
going to
so
get many
good luck getting that
opportunities
max.
to max it out, you know? So, like...
Yup.
Cool. All right, that's everything there. That's Treasure Cruise in a nutshell. Also, in the comment section down below, let us know how you feel about us approaching legends in this manner, where we kind of just discuss them in a broad sense, or do you prefer us to run through the characters entirely? I don't think we mind either way, but if you guys have a preference, let us know. You know, we're happy to do it either or. I guess in that, from everyone's favorite section to in other news, additional bounty over the next few months. I think this is because we're going to be getting another like bounty. I think they mentioned it. They might have mentioned it, but like we're getting another bounty related ticket thing again.
I
At some
haven't looked
point.
into the details, but I think the bounty tickets are going to be pretty trash.
I think it's also more. We're getting more tickets this time. I think I remember it mentioning or something like that, which is good. But I mean, the tickets are still going to be stink ass regardless. So that's always a bit of fun. The March Medal Exchange, I just had it up and then I moved away from it. I think it's also really shit. But they have added limit break posters. Here we go. Which are worth 800 medals each. So that's fun. We have Super Tandem Jack and Who's Who at 600 medals.
Oh,
We have-
who? Jeez.
What a great character he is. We have Strength Doflamingo, Quick King, Dex Queen, Moria, Zorojiro, Cracker, Kaido, it's not Kaido, V1 Lucci, and V1 Ray for 400 medals each.
Wow.
We had a few TM recruits at 100 medals. We had
Those team recruits are really good, by the way.
Yes, they're very good units.
That Van
overall.
Augur is correct.
Yes. I think they're White's Day or Valentine's Day, Cavendish and Sanji for 100 medals, just collectible units. And then they've added in all of the East Blue straw hats to the unlimited, and they've also added in 3 new limited rare recruits of
It's
Frankie.
actually really good that they did that because the Sanji is actually needed for the latest Grand Voyage.
There you go.
Yep.
Very convenient. And then they've
There you
also
go.
added in Sugo Rare level limit break posters for 800 medals each. 800 medals.
That's a lot.
That is
That's huge.
70. Was it 74 multis off the top of my head?
That is
for one of them.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah,
That's
unless like you
ass.
do like unlimited bulls, like yeah, that's crazy.
The chance of you put 74 multis, you're gonna get a dupe legend, and there's worth more.
Yeah.
Like it's just worth more than a fucking. There should be like, it should be like 100 medals each and limited to 1 per period.
Right.
You know, because then at least like, oh okay, I can buy 1 per period, and it's only gonna cost me 100 medals. It's still like 10 multis, but like more accessible, you know, overall. But hey, who gives a shit about accessibility, right? We don't. The comeback campaign happened and was successful. So everyone got all those rewards. The comeback campaign is still stink ass in terms of the rewards it gives to players, but I mean, it's rewards. 32 gems is 32 gems. We take that without a shadow of a doubt. And then, as we mentioned before, just briefly, the Rumble Championships have been changed to 3 days only. This could potentially be a new change going forward, but we'll have to wait and see. We've seen it. Arlong has that, but I mean, we'll have to see if it even continues from there. But, you know, it could be good, could be bad. Who knows? That's it for other news. So from everyone's favorite section into other news, into the shoutouts. Well, hey. We appreciate everyone that has continued to support the show, but if you are enjoying it, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment. Todd, what are they commenting today?
Paper plate.
Pick a plate or peck a plate?
Paper plate.
Paper plate in the comment section down below. Paper plate. If you made it this far, we do greatly appreciate it. We want to give a special shout out to our members. Joining us helps us financially. We do greatly appreciate the support. There are plenty of different tiers. You get the episodes early, all that kind of fun stuff. With that being said, I want to give a shout out to our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski, our perfect member of Bryan, Kisa, and McDermott, our great members of MyDrunkenMoneky and Cswins, and our good members of Ryoiin, Stump D, Gacha, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, Wankafella, Mike Schallo, and Derry Jackson. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. And from everyone's favorite section into other news, into the shoutouts, into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
Q&A.
Well, hey. If you have any questions, feel free to send them through to us via our Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from Twants, aka Tony. He asks, if you could delete the knowledge of one game from your brain and play it again for the first time, which one would you do?
Jesus.
I'm looking through.
Ah, that wouldn't be my pick. Nah.
I'm trying to have a think now. What would it be?
Damn.
It would be Ori and the Blind Forest.
Chris,
110.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. That's a good shout, honestly. I like that idea.
The reason I say that is because the plot of that story is it's so heavy, so it's like once you play it,
can't
like
play it
there is
again, right?
yeah, there's
There is?
replayability,
Okay.
but like it ruins it because you know what happens, like the whole thing. You're like, okay, I already know who it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess a bit of left field, but I'll probably pick the Binding of Isaac, like the roguelite.
Oh,
I just think like
okay.
it was just fun to experience and find like new things and beat the bosses and like learn how to dodge just like that. I'd definitely pick that.
Yeah.
Todd, what do you
I'd
got?
probably go with Ghost of Tsushima.
Damn. Okay, that's a good choice. There you go.
Yeah, that game is so good.
They're all of our choices.
Although, fair shout out to Elden Ring. That was my initial one that I thought of immediately.
Damn. Yeah.
But I think I'd have to go with Ghost.
Ghost. There you go. All right, next question from MyDrunkenMoneky. He asks, if you were going to Japan for the first time, what are the top One Piece locations you would visit? I think it goes without saying Kumamoto. I mean, the birthplace of Oda. Pretty much the birthplace of One Piece, more or less. Like that goes without saying. I feel like One Piece is pretty consistently scattered around Japan.
Kind of everywhere, yeah.
You can find like Mugiwara stores pretty much everywhere you go. And
The sad thing is, like, the One Piece Tower is no longer a thing.
Yeah, no
right?
longer a thing anymore. Yeah, Tokyo Tower.
Oh, that was so cool going to that.
That was gas,
Yeah.
But there's also like there's a bunch of like Shonen Jump stores and like this, that, and the other. So like it's very One Piece is super accessible in terms of like finding stuff to do around those ends, themed cafes, that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for like that raw experience, then definitely going to Kumamoto is always going to be the best place to go. Awesome. Next question from @Obsidian_Steve_. He asks, hope Japan was to your liking, Pappington. Will you cop Elden Ring's Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC? The trailer alone already has me wanting to play it post haste.
Yes, sir.
I think Knight would be yelling yes right now. So
Yeah.
And then he also says, end world hunger, but no one will know how it ended, or win a $2 million lottery, but everyone will know you won it.
I mean, not to like shell on the question, but that's kind of stupid because, I think this is only for the United States. I don't think this is for other places. But in the United States, when someone wins the lottery, it's announced publicly who the winner is.
I think
So
in Australia, it's not.
No, it's usually not, but like sometimes they'll do news stories and then people like they reveal themselves, like, oh,
Yeah.
the guy won all this money.
Usually-
But usually people like would want to keep that thing kind of
Yeah,
private.
usually they'll say like, oh, a mum of 4 has won the $10 million so and so, and like that's like the extent that they go to in Australia.
Yeah, it's one of those like stupid laws we have, but here like they literally name drop you. They're like, all right, yeah, Poppy won 10 mil.
Don't they tax the shit out of it as well?
They tax the shit out of it, and they also reveal.
Because I think in Australia it's called windfall. I think is the word. It is the specific tax word for it. Where like it's money that hasn't been earned in terms of income, and as such, there's no tax on it. I think is the way that it works.
I think there is some kind of tax on it though, right?
Separate. Like I $1 on a scratch off on my taxes.
I don't know.
So I got taxed. How I got taxed.
Because I know for like if you earn money at like casinos and stuff, as long as it's not considered income, then like it's like you don't get taxed on any of those earnings or whatever it is. It's a really weird thing. Anyway, I think we're surely you're bloody just ending world hunger.
Yeah,
who gives
I'll
a
just
shit?
do the world hunger cut. Yeah, because the other thing is already kind of a thing anyway.
Like I would love, obviously,
I would love to win $2 million.
like get like getting the recognition of ending world hunger would be obviously like life changing, but like I mean like ending world hunger in its own regard would also be life changing. So like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So I feel
Nah,
like
fuck it. Do both. I'm built different. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
man's taking the money. Let's go.
Facts.
I think you need a bit more than 2 million to end world hunger.
You need like 2 trillion, most likely. Like you need some crazy money there. All right, there we go. Next question, Dr. E Recshin. Pause. I've been on a movie binge recently, so it's got me thinking: what movie is everyone's guilty pleasure movie that you think is bad but love anyways? Keep up the good work, mates.
My immediate reaction to this one was Happy Gilmore.
That's a shout, dude.
I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a bad movie,
No.
but I know that it's not everyone's favorite for sure.
Mm.
I love
Role models, that's a good one.
I don't know if it's bad that I just watched. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say like I'm not big on movies, but like I don't watch that many movies, so I don't really have.
I don't think I also watch anything that's like I don't consistently watch anything that's like quote unquote bad. I suppose like if it's a bad film, I'm not gonna go back and watch it again. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Or is there like a movie that you like that like unanimously people normally say isn't a good movie?
Oh, I don't know. I'm still trying to think. I don't think so. I actually don't think so. Like, I think I'm just not that big into film, I suppose. Like, and just watching movies, I guess.
Then what about like what's your favorite movie of all
Oh,
time?
my guilty pleasure movie is called Silver Linings Playbook. I can tell you that in a heartbeat.
It's such a good movie.
That's like the best. I watched it on the plane and cried. You know, I don't give a
My
So good.
so I have two favorite movies. They're both super fucking random. My favorite movie of all time is like the 1950s, like King Kong, like the first one.
Damn, really?
But I also really like the Tobey Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio, The Great Gatsby.
I
Those
did
are my
watch that
two
on.
favorite movies.
I watched that on the flight as well. That shit was based. That was a good film.
That
That's
movie is
a really
peak.
good film.
What is
Really.
that?
Yeah, those are my two favorite
My
movies.
other guilty pleasure film is La La Land. That movie is something else. It's a special film in my heart.
I made God miss
There we go.
Yeah.
LA. 'Cause I love
Yeah, Little Miss Sunshine. That was a pretty good movie.
That's a good
actually.
film. That's a good film. Little Miss Sunshine's also a
Yeah.
good film. There we go. All right. Next question. Next question from @Jason Level. I'm gonna say, how far you think the One Piece TCG is going to be made into a video game, and if it's made into a video game, would you think it would be a separate game or integrated into OPTC like Rumble, or would they be their own separate game? I think it would just be its own separate game,
Well,
obviously.
How far
What's
do you think-
the first question is how long do we think it's gonna take to become a game?
Yeah, I think so.
Is
I
that
think
what
that's
you
what they're
said?
trying to get at there. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they have bigger priorities at first. Like I feel like they at
Production.
first they need to, yeah,
they-
production. Yeah, they need to make it more fucking accessible.
Yeah, facts.
Once they get that handled, I think that could probably be a bigger opportunity.
They
for
just
them.
need to go hire the dons that made that emulator or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
That emulator is
'Cause, like,
cracked.
Because they've Bandai have made the Dragon Ball digital client.
I did see that
and
recently. Yeah.
They did announce that I think they were in production for a Digimon digital client because they
Okay.
did the Digimon card game as well.
Okay.
So in the pipeline of releases, like they did Dragon Ball first, then they made Digimon card game, then they made One Piece. So I would assume
To
that
follow suit.
within the next few years they'll probably have plans to do that. I would think
Right.
so.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
guess it depends because if they're just making so much money off of the physical cards, like they don't really need to go digital. But at the same time, even if they did go digital, because of the success of the card game, like digital client would go crazy too.
I think a digital client is always just a really positive.
It's free money.
It is absolutely right.
Aren't
you know?
they? This is like random. Like I guess we probably talked about this more next episode. Aren't they making the digital Pokemon one?
Yeah, new Pokemon TCG app is coming
There
out.
was a
yep.
new TCG out that was announced, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was like the direct or
Pokemon
whatever.
Pocket, like
Pokemon
TCG
Day.
Pocket or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's an interesting conversation to have about that fucking Pokemon Direct. That was a weird. That was a weird.
That was a weird direct.
That was a weird ass
Yeah.
direct. Weird game choice to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But and then to answer the second part of the question, like it would be stupid to integrate with Treasure Cruise. Like it would just be ignorant.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
I mean, even though they have released cards with
Yes,
Treasure Cruise
yeah.
artwork on them,
And
that's
then
cool.
vice versa, right? Then they've released characters in the game with the TCG, which I think is the best. Like if they do that, if they keep that up,
that was
that's
a cool
awesome.
little
I'm
tie-in.
down for them to do that a couple of times a year. You know, like
It's actually cool because like the abilities of the characters in Treasure Cruise were actually somewhat similar to their
Right,
abilities
right.
like on the card as well, which is
Mm.
kind of cool. Yeah, it's neat.
yeah, if they keep doing that, I'm down. I'm happy for them to do that. But yeah, I think them releasing a bespoke digital client for the TCG will be really good. But yeah, Flame's right. They got a lot more fish to fry before they get to that point for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next question from Matthew Jensen 2250. How do you feel about the characters they chose for the worldwide Annie? I feel like they should have done something different instead of going based on what's happening currently in the anime. Since it's Fearsome Foes, they should have released chapters of Fearsome Foes through the anime/manga.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been decent. I wouldn't have minded that. Like as we said, like Hody Jones would have been a cool one.
yes. I think any sort of like unique, like as long as it's not like another I'm sorry, Tom,
Yeah.
not another Slam Jam or a Doflamingo, like
Bruh.
heck, release another Lucci for God's sake. Like, you know, I mean, actually, who knows? But like, I think that a Hody would have been. I don't know. I just feel like a Hody would have been funny. Like, it would have been a cool character to kind of to put out there. And I think that like you could have made the argument of like releasing some of those CP0 Donnies. Like what was the main guy's name that like ruined the Luffy Kaido fight? Like even having him there or something like that would have been
The CP0 guy.
yeah, I think that would have been even a cool opportunity to like release something really unique in that kind of capacity. But I mean, I guess they have to factor in what's selling and such as well. And right now Blackbeard's quite hot, so it kind of makes sense for that to be the case.
Yeah, fuck it, Don Krieg legend. Let's go.
I'm down, bro. Don Krieg and Jin. Run it. Run that. You know?
Kuro legend.
I'm down for Kuro Legend would be dope as hell. Like, or get what's that guy's name? The Pearl guy? Not Pearl Jam, but it's like
Pearl.
It's Pearl. Yeah, fucking bring him in, dude. I'm down. Get them rolling again. Like that's awesome as hell.
Pearl versus Sanji legend. Let's go.
There we go. I'm down. Run the set. I think that there was a lot that they could have done, but I mean, we're basically the celebration's more or less done at this point. Like after Kizuna, you know, we move on to the next, you know, thing from there. Cool. All right, Chris, get out of the room. It's a spoiler question.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Next question from at Dingle Ding Dong. What's going on? Hey guys, hope you had a great time off. Did something special happen in your life since the last episode? I went to Japan. Anything happen with you guys? No, cool.
Not really.
Though all of you are reading the manga weekly except for Chris, lol, I'd like to know so far, how do you like Egghead so far? And what are your personal top 2 moments you want to see releasing an OPTC legend? Mine is Kuma punching Saint Saturn and the appearance of Dory and Broggy, which I'd love to see as dual legend.
Bro, Egghead's crazy.
Egghead's is fucked. Egghead is fucked, bro.
Egghead's peak. I'm definitely gonna like write a little segment for the next episode. But yeah, we gotta get that Gorosei banner. Definitely.
Oh my god, dude!
That Gorosei banner, that shit gonna be crazy.
That full page. I think someone on Twitter was saying like that was the first time in 9 years since Oda has drawn a full double page without any like small boxes around. Like it's a full double page. In 9 years. That's awesome. Like that's dope as hell. The last time was the Straw Hat fleet and now like getting created. Like when they're all sitting there with the cups of sake. That was the last time we drew a full double page, no interruptions. I actually kind of agree with both of their moments for like legends.
Oh, there's so many good moments.
Like there's so many characters. Like obviously eventually we're gonna get all of the Vegapunks, including Stella.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That like if I wasn't picking that obvious one, I definitely want the Vegapunks. That'd be pretty sick.
Kuma will get.
What about DDS? Wait, yeah, Yeah, DDS is Divine Departure.
Diddy, yeah, Diddy, yes, you know, like hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
DDS,
definitely coming
bro.
pretty soon.
Bro, there's so
Yeah,
many though.
yeah.
You got Kuzan Garp, you got DDS and Kid, and we'll probably get we'll get a lore at some point too for the battle between them. Like,
I think so.
I would hope maybe like a crew law. That'd be awesome.
that'd be dope.
Give us that.
bro.
Give us the.
You know, it'd be
female lore.
awesome.
Give me Femlore, yeah.
Fucking Dorian Broggy.
I actually agree with them. So like, I think a Dorian Broggy like fake duel or duel legend, like would be so dope. Like, I think it'd be sick. It'd be so
We're actually gonna
sick.
get we're actually gonna get a good Kuma.
I hope.
Imagine.
Fingers crossed. Dude, we're gonna get a Saint. We're gonna get a Saint Saturn legend.
Imagine they drop Kuma as a PvP legend.
No, it's a 6+. It's a 6+ of the PvP Kuma. That's
They
it.
could.
Not
They
even
could do that.
Not even a new character. It's just 6+ Kuma, dude.
The disrespect.
I would imagine we get a new Kizaru.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
get Kizaru.
good
That'd be
point.
gas. We're gonna get Gorosei characters. Like, we could even get like a new Sabo from like the Riviere
Yeah, good
infiltration.
Yeah, we're gonna
what-
get the Big News Morgan's legend.
Bro, please, man, please. That'd be so funny. Morgan, no, not Morgan. Warple legend. Get a Warple legend, dude.
Yes, sir.
About to drop fucking Emu versus Cobra. Imagine.
Cobra legend. Get a Cobra legend. 6+ him
him
dying on the ground. It's not a dead character.
Bro, that's
Oh.
That's crazy.
That's so funny. I think like, other than the obvious ones, I do agree with Dorian Broggy being like, that would be gas as fuck. That'd be so cool. I think Dorian Broggy would be awesome.
Do you hypothetically? I mean, they're definitely gonna drop it, but do you think when they drop the Gorosei, like they're gonna drop like the 5 Gorosei on one banner?
I don't think so, because like Saturn was there for like quite a while before everyone else.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't always release like new characters as soon as they're out in the anime.
Yeah.
So I could see them potentially holding off until they're all there. And
I
then, like,
wonder-
there's one big celebration. But then again, imagine dropping 5 legends on one
Because
banner. That'd be
they're
crazy.
all gonna be Super Sugo. Like, they have to be, right? Like, there's no way that they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna
that's
say,
gonna be cancer.
I wonder if they drop them, if they would be like in their human form, or would they drop them like
Maybe
in
they're
the...
unevolved.
Yeah, because
Sure, they'd
they
have
don't
to be
have
their
characters
beast
in the
form,
game, right?
No, they don't.
They do not.
Yeah.
Surely they'd have to be like their
Oh,
beast form.
Wait, you know what's actually crazy? Because
Mm.
aren't they all technically celestial dragons, so they'll have 99 cost?
I'm
That'd
down.
be crazy.
I'm down for that. That's a sick
That,
idea,
like,
actually.
do something like 99 cost characters get a 10 times boost or some shit like that.
Bro,
I'm
imagine.
so, but then everything else gets like a 1x, like no boost, no captain boost. Like,
yeah, no
only
boost.
99
But for
cost.
99 cost, you get like a bajillion.
Because it works, right? If you release all 5 of them, like, that's a crew.
Yeah.
That's the team sorted, right? With double captain. Like, it works out.
And then
right?
release like new rare recruits of the actual celestial dragons.
That's sick.
I was gonna say, I mean, that is cool, but then that's also kind of ass because then like you need all of them kind of to play with it.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
money,
true.
baby. We get money.
Or they could do like a cross guild situation where they just put them all on one unit, but I feel like it's they're too big of characters to do that.
I think at bare minimum, Saturn will naturally get his own legend, and then potentially over time, we might get like 2 and 2, like so. Then like you get like a fake dual unit, 2 fake dual units, and then that's your 5.
Bro, I gotta say, the horse guy is sick.
Bro, what
Yeah,
the fuck is he doing, man? Like, like, what the hell?
He's so badass.
He's sick, bro.
I was about to, that would probably definitely be the second one, just because he popped off first.
He actually did stuff,
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, we could go on for this for like an hour. So
exactly.
Let's save this for next episode.
Egghead is peak. Egghead is amazing. That's
It's
plain
so
and
good. Egghead's so good because it's not even like just the stuff that's going on Egghead.
There's
It's like
so much happening around the world.
it's all the other stuff
Yeah,
around the world as well. Like, it's just so much going on.
absolutely right. Like,
That's
the
that
gas
and
part.
Egghead's very consistent. Like I don't feel like there's no boring parts. Like there's always something happening, and it's very fast paced. And when it's fast paced, like all of the insane shit that's happening is like, it's like holy shit. Like I feel like I read
the shitty thing like that they did recently about like how like the announcement was delayed by 10 minutes because he wanted to make coffee. Like that shit was kind of triggering.
I just fucking speak, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, what are we doing here?
Talk your shit, bro.
Talk your shit, bro. What you doing, man? You tell the word before like.
But I assume it eventually will be told, and then like that's because they keep like the narrator keeps mentioning like the big egghead incident.
Yeah,
and I assume
that'll be it. That'll
Yeah.
be the one.
it is.
I mean-
yeah.
I mean, we definitely do have to see like what it is, but I mean, like if it's that crazy, like if it's like world changing, I mean, I guess giving everybody the opportunity to tune in would make sense.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
You know-
fair.
You know what else is the crazy thing though? Is like how the Blackbeard pirates showing up and doing what they did. Like, what's the significance of them doing what they did on Egghead and just dipping? And then they picked up Caribou as well.
Yeah, being on
I still
camera is
can't-
hilarious.
I still can't believe Katarina just tapped this dude and like.
I know
potentially
that
copied
that
him.
actually pissed me off so much, right? Like,
It's like that's
I'm like,
insane,
bro, you're the guy. You're the guy. You're just having a casual conversation with the Blackbeard pirates, who are arguably the most like dangerous crew right now, and you're consciously not aware that this lady has now touched your leg and now has copied you. Like,
I mean, to be fair though, they probably don't know that's her ability because I don't think many people do.
sure, it's the Gorosei.
That's a good
dude.
point. Yeah,
Surely
maybe
the
not a lot of
Gorosei
people
know,
know.
dude.
I
Surely
mean,
they do.
I would agree, but it's possible they don't.
It's no, you are right, 100%. But like,
You know what else is
surely-
crazy now that you think back at it, like in hindsight, like Shanks was in a room with these dudes.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
My dude Sabo. My
Bro,
man was
Sabo,
fucking up.
that's the more fucked part. Sabo
And he
pulled
got
up,
away too.
and he
That's
got
the
away with the
craziest shit.
fucking 5 demons, and then Imu, who probably ate the devil fruit or whatever they were gonna call it, like who is the devil incarnate themselves, like, and he
So-
got away. What? That's the
wild.
goat. That's
Yeah.
the fucking goat, dude.
Yeah, like I don't even care if he took a massive L. Like definitely getting out of there is crazy. in
Getting out of there is a
itself.
dub, bro. You should not have got out there. You should have died. You should have been dead. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Sabo should have died there.
there's
So-
no way you leave that.
I don't know if you guys noticed this. I don't know if maybe like he just was kind of vague with it or like if this was actually a thing. But when he revealed all the characters, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he didn't say like that they were devil fruits. Like they just
No,
said,
that's
like,
the scary part. They could be
names.
just demons, like actual demons.
yeah.
what I mean?
So if they are playing into that, because everybody did guess that first one, like that was exactly what it was, like that yokai or whatever.
Yeah.
That could play into like what everybody was saying Emu is. I think they said it's like the Umi Bozo or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit. So I mean, that would be crazy.
No, it's actually fucked. It's actually so fucked. Like, One Piece is good. We're eating so well. Final Saga Otter is fucked. He's fucked, man. He just needs to look after himself, man. You know, with obviously Toriyama
Yep,
passing, like,
Yeah, Rip Toriyama.
we'll chat that, you know, for sure in another episode. But like, I just want Otto to be okay, man. I just want him to look after himself. Like, that's it, brother. That's it. Look after yourself, please.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, swiftly moving on to the second part of the question. Now to the game. Do you think OPTC needs a makeover regarding rookie quests, story islands, non-boosted list content like arenas, Garp challenge clashes? And if yes, what should be changed? Can you think of other parts of the game you would like to fix/renew? Thanks a lot for your time, guys. Hope you have a wonderful podcast. Greetings from Germany, Kiri. Thank you, Kiri.
Thank you,
Appreciate
buddy.
it, man.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah, just make over in all aspects. Why not?
Yeah, like I think that there are a lot of ways to approach it, like re-releasing content and then having Garp challenges, having Chopper Man missions associated to it. So like, you know, you get gems and rewards, super evolving those kinds of free units to make them to go back and farm the content again, adding in maybe unique drops. So like having limit break materials available on, like, let's say on a Dex raid, you can get Dex limit break materials if you farm it or something like that. Like,
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
like, you know, like having that kind of stuff would be cool. Like, I think that that's a very easy way to renew that content's existence. Rookie quests and stuff like that. Like, if they just refresh Chopper Man missions every like 6 to 12 months, like that's a dub. That's a couple hundred. That's like 200 gems or so, give or take. Story islands. I mean, we just need more story islands. Like, they're very far behind. Like,
Yeah. I it's kind of dumb. Like, I get why they don't do it because it is a lot of effort. Like with all the because they got to code all the cutscenes and the graphics and put them all together
Yeah.
for all the story mode cutscenes. And there's really no reason for them to do it at this point, but
Yeah.
at the same time, there's like no content, so I wouldn't mind if they did it either.
Absolutely right. So like, I think that
Yeah.
just adding more story items would be good. And I mean, just overall, just constantly just innovating on content. Like that's it. Like, you know, like
Right.
Kizuna still needs a massive overhaul. Rumble got a bit of an overhaul, if you want to call it that, with the 20 cost Rumble characters, but like the game mode itself is still arse.
The rewards from Rumble need to be updated.
Yeah.
The rewards from Kizuna need to be updated
I think
drastically.
Pretty much in general, like rewards need to be modernized. To
Yeah,
most
I feel like
capacity.
Treasure Map is okay at the moment for rewards. That feels all right. And yeah, I mean, we would always love to see like the other game, like the older stuff, like GARP challenges, clashes,
Yeah.
Colosseums, or arenas for sure. They need to come back.
Just a refresh GARP challenges. Like that's it. Done. Sorted.
I feel like I have a weird take on this one. Like I feel like normally I would say like, yeah, bring the old content back, but I feel like it's so far gone now. Like I feel like they moved past it, that I feel like it would be better to work on like what's currently available and maybe add new
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because like if they brought back the old content, like it would need to be like completely revamped.
Oh well, now that we talk about that, actually,
Yeah.
the co-op quest should be coming next month.
Oh, true. We should be in
Because
co-op.
they said it would be coming right before anniversary, or like the update with anniversary will be the co-op quest, and that update usually comes out late April.
It's gonna be shit.
So
Yeah,
gonna be
the
we'll
last
see if
one
they
was a
actually
little...
took on the feedback.
Yeah, because you guys said the last one was like kind of ass, right?
It was, yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
it was tough, and especially if co-op quest is going to be like build
you have to
your own
build your own
team,
teams.
we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like unless you match up with someone that's competent, you're fucked. Or you just fucked in every
Yeah, so they gotta like communication and the like choosing who you can match up with. That's gonna be kind of important.
Okay.
If they fix that, then I think it'll be like it'll be better. And we don't even know about any reward system in co-op quest. Like,
yeah, we know nothing.
What's the whole reason for playing co-op quest? Do you get characters? Do you get materials? Like, what do you get out of doing co-op quest? Because at the moment we don't know shit.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like that,
So
and that's
they need
concerning. But I mean,
yeah.
we'll have to. Hopefully, when that comes out, naturally we'll get more information. Hopefully, it's good stuff. I mean, and it's not shit. But I mean, that's a 50-50 with Bandai a lot of the time. So, yeah. All right. That's it. Last question, as always, from our boy Cody, Cswins 8214. Hey fellas, really hope all is going well for each and every one of you. No real questions for you all this week. I'm running around like a madman these days, but wanted to pop in and show my guys some love. Keep slaying it like kings. Your boy Cody in Canada. Thanks for the update, Cody. We always appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Cody.
Hopefully you're not eating too many peanut butter burgers. You peanut butter burger boy.
Yeah, peanut butter burger boy.
That's my favorite thing to say. That's it. Episode 110 in the books. Nothing else to add. Another solid one.
Pretty clean.
We appreciate you guys. Episode. Appreciate you guys being patient with a little bit of a break. I think it was good to have a little bit of time off, obviously, for everyone. You know, we're hopefully going to get back into a bit of the swing of things. You know, we got a few things to talk about next episode. Then obviously we're getting pretty close to 10th anniversary, which will be very exciting to have that conversation for sure. But as per usual, if you've enjoyed that episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button if you want to support us financially, and comment paper plates if you've made it this far again in the comment section down below. And also, like I mentioned, if you guys, what do you prefer? Do you guys prefer us reading out the Legends entire kit or just having a more broad discussion? Let us know that too in the comment section as well. Or on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter via @GGP Podcast. You can find us on anchor.fm/greatperfect, and we're on a lot of different audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, to name a few. If you continue the description, make sure you're going down there and follow all of our YouTube channels, our Twitters, Twitches, I don't know, MySpaces, Instagrams, whatever it is. Make sure you go down there and hit us all up. We would greatly appreciate that. But with that being said, I've been Captain Poppy, Flame, Todd, and Chris in the background. Thank you guys. It's the episode. Next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.